What's up? Anybody here yet? Or Lionel? What's up? Sorry, it took me a minute. Like freezing in here. No, I had to comb my hair. So I don't know who that is, but Lionel's gonna come if he's not here yet. So yeah, that Unabomber topic seems to be getting vetoed by the universe. But yeah, I did get a copyright strike, but I am going to appeal it because it says if it's educational or documentary, you can use it. And so I feel like it meets those qualifications. Okay, Lionel, I see your comment. Um, so I do still have videos that I can play. They're not as interesting because they're not him, but maybe if they like what do you call it? Revoke the appeal, then I can do it. So anyway, okay, I'm gonna pull Lionel up here. Oh, I don't put the link yet. Okay, hold on. 1 second. Yeah, I just I thought for sure today was the day on that. But yeah, we can, like I said, we can still. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Sorry, invite. But I still like the topic. Um, it's just yeah, he's interesting. But okay, don't sound sad. Oh, I'm not sad. It's not that deep. It was more so just like now I'm more hesitant to know what I can and can't do. It's not very clear, but I mean, definitely not sad. I mean, I could just it's an honest mistake, you know. So, I mean, I'm sure. I was actually happy they let me do another video right after. So I thought that's how that worked. People get hey, what's up?
Good morning.
Yeah, it is kind of morning. Good morning to you.
Yeah, don't be hesitant. It's okay. Just got to
No,
do
I
some
didn't.
commentary.
What?
You just got to do commentary.
Is that the biggest difference?
It'll make a difference because you
No.
just letting it
Well,
play.
that's what I'm saying. I don't want to take risks, but if I know like the clear cut rules, then fine. But I just don't want to guess like I have been because I mean I let that other documentary play way longer than that. You know what I mean?
They didn't care about that one. They clearly cared about this one.
Well, I appealed it.
But yeah,
It just well because it's like detected by the system, and then but it says right in their statement if it's for educational or it's a documentary,
hmm
and the content creator wasn't like the original publisher.
so you should be good.
Oh, nice. Hey, Angel. Well, I don't know for sure, but what I'm saying is I don't want to get 2 and 3 because I don't want to lose my channel. But
Yeah, I
um,
got you.
yeah, not scared of like
No. I got you. You're good.
more.
I got
Yeah,
you.
but anyway. Hey, Angel, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Blue Jay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. How are you tonight?
Doing great. Happy Tuesday, or technically Wednesday, everyone.
Yeah, right. I know. Like,
It's already going to be
anyway.
the first day of summer this Friday.
Okay, the 21st. Is that what that is? Or 20?
Because if I'm not mistaken, I think the first day of summer every year is June. The
20? You cut out.
I think the first day of summer every year is the 21st, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Yeah, there's one season where it's the 20th.
For as long as I'm aware, spring and summer have always fell on the 21st, but I don't know what season would fall on the 20th.
I know, that's what I'm thinking. Because I always thought of the 21st as well. But I don't know why I'm thinking that. What's up, Leno?
Wait, what's
But
up?
it always. But go ahead.
No, go ahead, Angel.
But summer has already started for most people already because a lot of K through 12 students are out of school now, and I believe college is about to end here for most college students, or probably ended already. But for me, whenever I got out of class it's always felt like when summer began, when the end of the school year came around. And when the very last ring of the school bell came about, that's when it felt like summer officially began for me when I went K through 12.
Yeah, my kids are out of school right now, so they like it. I mean, who doesn't?
Hey, Ben, great to see you again.
Yeah, hey Dennis, so what's up?
Yo,
How are you tonight?
pretty good.
Good. So yeah, I don't know if you had even caught any because I just started that one kind of late again. But when I went on the Unabomber one, did you see any of that before it got struck down?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
I
think
didn't see,
Lionel
I
was
didn't
there.
see
I mean,
that either.
yeah, I think we got into how far, Lionel? Like 30 minutes, you think?
Yeah, it was like 25 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, and it was the one that his own words, the interview that got struck down. But again, I mean that's an automated system and it is on YouTube and it says if it's educational or documentary. So I just appealed it. I mean, they just probably have like flagged, but I don't see why that it's if it's a documentary, right? And it's educational. I don't know if you guys know anything about that. Like,
Well, it's
Um,
fair use if you're rebroadcasting it for educational or matters of public interest.
But I also think it also is a matter of how often that you pause in between or add commentary while it's being played as a factor too. Because there's a
That's
lot of
what makes it
times when
transformative.
right?
How
Because
often you
I
pause
played it
it and insert.
longer. It was at the first pause time when it was like barely after, but I had played it longer in a row. That other documentary that we watched than this.
well, if people can watch like a 15 to 30 minute reaction video to a song, because I've recently been watching a lot of reaction videos to Tom McDonald's newest song, Me Versus You, and there are some that go as long as 30 minutes. If people can watch that, then they could watch like a several hour stream of a documentary you were like reacting to, but it's just a matter of how often you stop it. I know that's probably not a fair comparison since Tom McDonald allows reactors to react to his music, but it's just to get people to understand the length time of how long videos that we watch at the end of the day. And with you, even if you were to stop every minute or so, adding your commentary, I believe people would still watch it if they can also watch like a 4 hour replay stream of someone's channel.
I mean, I couldn't even bear 4 hours. I mean, it'd be 45 minutes worth, 1 minute. I mean, no, that would be so annoying. But like, I can see with music because otherwise people could make it like their channel intro or like stuff like that. But usually like the longer documentaries. But again, this one was either on Netflix or Amazon Prime originally. So I could have maybe caught somebody else like accidentally snitch on somebody that was supposed to have it. And I was reviewing theirs. They shouldn't have, you know what I mean? They might have got away with it like somehow the first time around and then I come through and ruin it. But I don't know. I guess I'll see. So either way, I mean, if I stop that other documentary only like every 10-15 minutes, and this one like maybe about 10 at most, but it was like immediate. That's why I think it was just like the that whatever their detectors are. What do you think, Denison?
Yeah, I mean, the more you stop it and talk over it, the more transformative it becomes.
No, I mean,
S-
meaning the one I did get. Like, do you think it was just the system catching it, and then, but like based on what you're hearing me say, it like probably met the guidelines
yeah, it's
because
nine
it was
times out of
a documentary, educational, and I mean, I stopped. I don't know. I
how
haven't
long
like
did you let
included
it
this,
play?
so that's what I'm saying. Less than that other documentary, probably like 10 minutes. I know. I think.
It was about 7 minutes before they cut her.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would appeal it, and then
I did.
I would make every single fair use claim because you fit them all. I would say it's transformative. It's a matter of public interest. It's for educational purposes. It's for news purposes. I would hit them all because you
Okay.
technically qualify.
Okay. Cool.
And
That's what I
that's
thought.
what you can always do. If it was just like a block and it was no real strike, because a lot of times videos will get blocked from copyright claims, but you can easily appeal it or dispute it, which I think are the same things, but I know that each one of them are different. You could submit a dispute to the creator that YouTube sends it to, and the creator can determine it and just explain that it was for like educational purposes and the stuff that uh, Dezon had said, and see if they can take it. And if it comes to last resort of like appealing it, and then you can try that as a last thing. But if they still reject it and then get you a strike, then that's where you have to figure out what you can like do as commentary to documentaries like the one that you were showing. Because I was there when it froze and I was like, huh, what happened? And I closed out of the stream and clicked back on. It said that it got taken down due to copyright. But if
Oh,
you
it
never
even says
actually,
why. It's like putting me
yeah,
on. But yeah, that's okay. But
yeah,
no,
but the takedown isn't necessarily a strike neither. It's just
no,
from
it's a
what it.
strike. I got a strike, but I appealed it and I took their little tutorial questionnaire. But I'm not too worried about it. I'm just saying, like, I just
Well,
needed what
a
I
copyright strike is not a strike, though. So was it a strike or a copyright strike?
took the video down. Yeah, it's gonna review for 7 days. Which I mean, like I said, I'm not worried about this. I just want to see what the parameters are so I know.
But
There,
I think
it's
I'll appeal it
arbitrary.
all anyway.
Unfortunately, Blue Jay, it's
Hmm?
arbitrary. You
Okay.
know, but
Well, the
yeah.
thing is,
if you
Angel
stick to the fair use guidelines though, and then you
is
use them to defend
actually,
yourself, you're probably going to be okay.
yeah. I mean, I have no interest in stealing anyone's content or copyright. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I want to sit and try to get a hold of every content creator before I share a little clip? No, that's not.
No.
But what I'm thinking, Angel, you know how you mentioned you said the copyright of the video that I used, they're not
Yeah.
the rights owner. It's like more of a corporate because it was on Netflix or Amazon Prime, and I just got
Well,
someone's channel. So I'm wondering if
well,
they haven't gotten caught. Not saying I'm trying. I hope they don't. But
one thing
you know
that
what
I've
I'm saying.
often figured out is some documentaries that are publicly available on YouTube, even if it ain't from the actual like distribution company themselves. Like, let's say if a History Channel documentary was uploaded by someone else, that you could still have a tendency of getting like copyright strike slash claim for some odd reason, even if another channel has the permission or was able to upload it, which I wouldn't even be able to figure out how some things are allowed versus isn't allowed, if you ask me, because it just works in crazy ways of how YouTube has their copyright system all set up. But I don't think hardly any of that is ever a problem on sites like Rumble for certain like shows and movies, but still is a bit crazy of how it works because it's complicated to say the least. How something can be uploaded by one person channel and you do a reaction to it and you get taken down and strike for it.
Because it's arbitrary bullshit.
Well,
No,
and I mean,
but I
like
think that's the best way to put it.
it is restricted content, but another content creator put it on. So
The
like,
way it usually works
didn't know.
is that the copyright holder would have to complain, and then content gets removed.
yeah, that's
YouTube
why I
is
think
the
it was
exact
definitely
opposite.
flag.
YouTube is
Oh,
like,
okay.
oh, we've seen this somewhere before. It's getting removed. They don't care if anybody contacts them. They don't care if you have a reason to use it.
That's
You could
weird.
be the copyright holder. People get copyright struck on YouTube for their own content. So that should tell you everything that you need to know right there.
Yeah, it's very sensitive filters. Well, I'll appeal every single one anyway, just because like I would have never set out with the intention to like break the rules. So I would really genuinely think like this is why I thought, you know what I'm saying. But no, I'm trying to look up who owns the rights to it right now.
It should
But
tell you in your strike.
oh really? Okay, let me see if I can find it.
This whole
That's
time
the
I'm up here,
YouTube
I'm like,
studio.
what is that sound? Where is that coming from? And it's coming from me.
What is it?
I think it's somebody taking a bath. I think a YouTube video just kept playing,
Oh, okay.
and I can't
I
find
was gonna
the
say it
tab.
could be still walking, but he is pretty quiet. I think he's muted or something. Lionel, are you there?
Me? Oh,
Yeah,
Lionel,
yeah.
what's up?
Just trying to get home.
Yeah, you better not walking. You're gonna get mugged. Hang on one second. Hey, are you guys there?
I'm here.
Okay. Hey, Lionel, I gotta go grab something. Can you guys just like chill for 1 second?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be like 2 minutes. I gotta go
Let
downstairs.
Oh shit. All right.
who's the other avatar? Is that Angel?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, I'm still here. So yeah, Angel's still here.
Then
I gotta go grab my water and then find my vape. So I might be like 2 minutes, but I'll be right back.
So were you guys able to do the Unabomber thing? All right then.
Okay, I don't know. Hey, Lionel,
Yeah,
can you talk to Dennis for a second while I go grab my stuff real quick?
I got you.
Okay, I thought you had me already. Okay,
No,
I'll
I'm
be.
just trying to get settled in. I'm just getting in my house.
Oh, you're good. You don't have to. Chill. Okay,
Just
grab
getting
some
settled in.
knock your teeth out. I wouldn't. I never knocked anybody's teeth out. Close.
Trying to figure out what's going on.
What do you mean?
Nope. Nothing. Nothing. Don't worry about that.
Do you need to
So
get off
I'm probably about to yell at somebody.
Uh-oh.
at the house or at the store?
Gotta yell at people at work and when I get home.
Don't be yelling at home.
That's why I
Or
live alone.
you just yelled at work. You crazy. What?
After work, I can't anymore after work. That's why I live alone.
Oh yeah, I'm not fighting with anybody. There's no way. Hell no. I don't care who it is. Get the damn keys up. Go to your room. I don't like fighting. It's horrible. It's just like, I mean, I understand arguments happen and stuff, but like people that just have a tendency to fight about everything, I can't be around them.
Oh, I don't fight. Whatever I say is what happens.
Well, I'm not telling you how to run your household. I'm just saying. That's horrible. I can't stress myself out. Just kidding. I'm trying to get back into
swear.
the smaller screen. So I think I can play. Oh, hey, Speak. Yay, Speak's here. I've missed him. He's funny. Do you know Speak on it, Denison?
No.
Okay.
Is he coming up?
I know. Josh was here too. Hey, what's up,
I
Josh?
hope Josh comes up too.
He probably will. Yeah, depending on the time. I bet I can remember. So it's almost 4 p.m. where he's at, I bet.
What's up, Joshua?
He's not up here yet. Oh, you're saying
Well,
yeah.
Oh, never mind. I forgot.
Come on, Blue Jay.
That's
Got to
true.
keep up.
I know, right?
What is your
Okay,
name,
okay.
Blue Jay?
It's just a nickname that somebody gave me like years back.
Because you look like a bird? What is this
Yep.
supposed to mean?
Yeah, probably like
Huh.
free or something. I'm not sure.
Oh, free like a bird?
Yeah, kind of like that. You know, I rolled blue too. So, all right.
What do you say?
I said, I was just playing. I'm gonna repeat that.
You
Hold on,
look
I'm
blue
trying to
too?
scroll down to see. Did Angel drop out? Okay, Angel, if you want to call back, you can. Your picture went away, so I don't know if he was having trouble.
Yeah, that's his internet probably dropped out.
That's usually what happens to mine. If it's like when I used to go on Tees and she'd do the that's how we know Speak is from Tees channel. But well, I mean, Lionel might know him other places too, but that's
Was that a
mostly what I
bong?
know him.
I was asking if that was a bong.
Oh, I thought you said a bomb. I'm like, oh, what Lionel's got?
Yeah.
Can't tell you. But anyway, so what was I saying about? Forgot. Some about how the picture goes away because sometimes T would use this platform called Restream. Have you ever tried that one?
Yeah.
It's
I
from
like
my
Restream
personal,
better.
mine would not connect. Like, oh, you do? She did
Yeah,
too,
it's
but
just it doesn't work with anybody's phone. So if you want to do panels, you can't use it.
oh, is that what it is? Okay. Yeah, I'd be sitting there, all of a sudden I'd like start echoing, or I couldn't hear, or the picture goes away from Lionel.
It
Had a
also
story to see the other day. Hold on, sorry, one second. Remember
it
when
also
Mo Love
oh,
didn't
sorry.
have a box, like a picture forever, and then after a while she didn't even have a box at all. So I do remember
That's
that.
terrifying.
It was so funny. When she'd like start talking, I'm like, "Oh, Mo, you're here," because it would look like the background, and it didn't have like the little motion sense or anything. It was hilarious. Okay, wait, somebody here. Oh wait, I got. Okay, Angel and Josh. Hey guys, what's up?
Boom.
Right on. Okay. Well, now I'm gonna go try to run down and find my vape where I left it. So Lionel had to handle something. So, but I know you guys are like the bestest of friends. So be good. I'll be right back.
Damn.
What?
Wait. She went to go get a vape? What the
She
heck?
did. She went to go get a vape.
I
And we lost Angel again.
And I just smoke cigarettes. Fucking fake ass shit. God. Bothers the shit out of me.
Cigarettes are gross.
Oh, like what? Vaping is supposed to be so much better?
Yeah, hell yeah, it's better.
Oh, God.
Especially if you got a good flavor.
Well, cigarettes come in different flavors too, right?
Yeah, but they smell like burning trash no matter what.
Burning
leaves.
Wouldn't a non-smoker lay claim to the same of like vape smell?
Yeah, but we're talking about degrees. So vape is better, not as bad as smoking, and not doing anything is probably best.
No, I don't know. I think me smoking kind of typically it ensures that other people stay alive.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that if I was forced into quit smoking, there'd be a lot of dead people around me. I'm almost sure I'd go on a shooting spree. Damn it.
I'm pretty high right now, but not on cigarette smoke.
Jeez. Did she have the Unabomber panel? I missed it if they did.
Yeah, I think so. And then it got blocked.
Wait, why did it get blocked? What?
Yeah.
Because she was restreaming the documentary.
Oh, she wasn't doing like a layover kind of thing.
I mean, what she did is fair use, in my opinion. It just you never know what the algorithm is. And then
Got
they
it.
have like even if a human reviews it, which when is that going to happen anymore? That human doesn't know anything about copyright law. It's just some asshole at YouTube, some YouTube employee.
Damn.
Damn.
Damn. Getting old and tired.
I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Okay, I'm back. I remembered where it was. Yeah, I'm just
I'm not sick yet, just old and tired. I don't move as fast as I used to.
okay. Wait, that's not
My old lady keeps pointing out too. Damn, you get
that.
gray hair. Go fuck
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah,
I'm gonna lubricate those joints.
I just need more lubricant.
can't
That's
find
not a
it.
bad idea.
Oh,
Go get some
back.
WD-40.
Hold on, let me let Angel in. Oh wait, that was from before. Where'd he go? Okay.
His internet is
If
trash.
he says something again, just tell him.
I swear
Yeah.
to God, I
Right,
did not
Mac, I
say
think I
a
have more than-
single word to him. I didn't say not a single word. Been getting blamed for everything else on YouTube. Why not this? Shit.
I think they say that it's glucosamine is the WD-40 for joints.
Oh, also, Josh, I could overhear you when I was looking around for the video about the Unabomber thing. No, yeah, I heard that Dennison told you I got shut down, but I am still planning on doing that tonight.
Okay.
A little bit. Yeah. I just
Okay.
I just set my vape down somewhere now.
Got it.
Maybe in the kitchen. I don't know. I'm gonna find it. I'll be right back.
I was just gonna blame Suggs. I was just gonna blame him and be done with it, right?
I get blamed for everything too.
He's quiet, right? So he won't defend himself, right? So you just throw it on him.
I generally do defend myself if it's wrong.
Oh, damn. I didn't know he was gonna fight back. Damn it.
Well, we could blame Angel. He can't connect.
I would blame Angel, except for I'll get blamed for blaming Angel, right? See, like he'll just work against me.
I'll do it for you.
Oh, okay, thanks. I just got off Risky's panel not too long ago. That was
I saw a little.
that was kind of a little painful
Why?
because I really don't understand what a male Karen is, but I have to kind of like own up to it because I guess I think the definition is like virtue signaling. And I'd have to say that I kind of do that.
You virtue signal?
Well, yeah, like basically anytime you're advocating for like a position, you call it a moral, a principle, a virtue. You know, that's technically virtue
Right.
signaling.
What's
So
wrong?
Oh God.
I'd be guilty of it, right? So I just
Ortho
own up.
bros really ruined the internet, man.
Uh,
I almost
I don't-
rather have the thoughts than the ortho bros.
I don't know. There's pros
Like
and
I'd
cons.
rather have like every woman on the internet calling me an incel just because I complain about some of the legal structures in this country than have to deal with the impact that ortho bros have had on the internet.
Ooh,
Interesting.
I don't know. I kind of think I'm undecided. I can almost maybe I'm too analytical. I always see like pros and cons.
Okay, I finally found it. It's like underneath the shirt. Like, really?
Ortho bros and debate bros.
Ooh,
Like
debate breaker. Well,
Like the
I don't know.
Destinies and the Hassans and
Did Lionel? He dropped out.
No,
No,
here.
I think he's here.
Oh, okay.
Give me a
Stop
second.
being racist, Blue Jay. It's complete black screen, right? My
Remember
God.
that Super Bowl commercial that was like super racist? It was like the Google Pixel, like all cameras before. It was, I saw it on the Black conservative perspective. Yes, remember it was hilarious. His video was funny. But so I might play that news clip again. I'm sure that's not why I got copyright.
What news clip?
Oh, the one I played, because I played about 30 minutes of like commentary and videos for the Unabomber before it got shut down.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I played like 3 different things, I think, but I'm guessing it was the last one, like the main one that has his interview. They got me shut down because that one was previously on Netflix.
Well,
So I found it on YouTube. It wasn't a huge channel, but it wasn't small, but it wasn't like obviously the original content creator. So I kind of figured they just like released the rights to it. Like, they'll do that sometimes with movies or whatever.
I got.
But now I'm wondering if they didn't and that content creator just like got by, and now I feel kind of bad if that's the case.
I gotta ask your hoodie.
Uh-huh.
Does it say obey?
Yeah, but it's like a skate brand. It's not like I just got it that reason.
Suggs, do you think she's advertising or commanding?
She's always.
I've always worn skater clothes. Always like I used to wear like shorties, like DC etnies, like.
Well,
are you telling
other people to obey, or are you telling others that you're the one that's obedient?
No, I'm just supporting the clothing brand.
Oh, wait! If you're a skater, you'd be naturally rebellious, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that could be true. I mean, that's true to be said. I'm not.
Fuck the police. True or false?
Damn.
Damn. Okay, now I'm gonna post it as like my profile picture because like I had to go through photos for some family stuff last month. So, and I have tons of them, but they're not organized. So, as I was going through looking for like specific family members, I found one of myself, and I think I was like probably 19, maybe. But I have on a shirt that says police on it. And I was very like, I don't know, rebellious, but not like anything crazy. I didn't go to like, extended trips to jail or something.
Yeah, Sugg said he didn't like skaters. He said they were like basically teenage degenerates that couldn't get a damn fucking life, and they wouldn't get off the damn sidewalk because they're assholes. Daddy. I'm sorry. Watch the TV. I apologize.
He's lying. Because he reads Goofy. I'm talking about when you read. Did you guys ever play Tony Hawk?
Once or
Man,
twice.
That was like one of my favorite games. But no, I just always like the clothing. I always like the shoes and like the kids. I don't know. I just hang out with skater kids all the time.
So you like the style of the skaters. Do you skate?
No, I just hung out with skater boys. Like I didn't skate.
Fucking
Did you date a
drifter.
cop?
I'm trying to get hurt. I would try little kick flips and stuff, but no. I mean, they would do like rails and tricks. Like that was like their thing, So no, I didn't do it.
Even the skater group has got grifters, right? Like, well, fuck 2024, right? Like,
I also where I live, usually the skateboarders also snowboard, so that's also attractive.
Oh, you're in the north?
No, I'm in Utah. So I'm like by all the mountains, like the ski resort.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so a lot of people here snowboard. I don't. Like I skied, but I just would get really cold. So when it transitioned, everybody started snowboarding. They had to like learn something new. I just didn't do it.
I used to snowboard back when I was like younger. Now I value like not having broken legs, so I don't do that anymore. Right?
I know, right? That's what everybody said when like you spend the first time on the bunny hill and like on your ass the whole time, and then Thor. I'm like, I don't know. For me, I just got like cold, and then I don't know. It just seemed like a big ordeal to get up the mountain and take all the gear and stuff. So I just didn't really get that into it. But,
yeah, that sounds like too much damn work. Like I'm real big into fishing, but that's because like I can just throw stuff in the truck, right, and drive to where I need to go, and then just open the door and then cast from there. Right? Like that whole carrying shit around and walking like a half a mile through some woods, just that doesn't sound appealing anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I still have friends that will go get season pass and go like a couple hundred times a season, but like, I mean, they go like on the phone, they're not songs, but they would be if you were skiing, like just the backcountry, like triple black diamond, you know what I'm talking about? Just like raw terrain, and they like do powder and flips and all kinds of stuff. So I don't watch them because I can't go up there. I won't get back down, but I've seen videos and stuff. But I mean, they don't do them now, but like those are, it's not even that uncommon here, to be honest, because so many kids can like get up the canyon in like 20 minutes. And
I can't. I realize I can't watch a lot of sports anymore, right? Because I just that backseat cheerleader that wants them to fall and break a leg, right? Like now, I actually don't really like NASCAR, but I like watching.
What is that? A backseat cheerleader?
That's everybody.
Well, I just
want them to get hurt.
I want.
That's the only reason people watch NASCAR.
Yeah, NASCAR, like the first 50 laps, just watch the wrecks and then fuck the rest of it. You don't care about anything else.
That's not just you. That's a NASCAR fan.
Hurt, so. Just like if it starts on fire but nobody gets hurt, that's like the best ever.
Kind of like the people getting hurt part, right? Definitely why I watch football.
Well, you are
sadist.
Shall not name.
Sadist? Go ahead. You can say it.
No, worse than that.
Oh, well, what's worse than that?
Psychopath.
Oh, okay. I guess I take one of those too. I don't give a shit.
I already told you, but
damn. Yeah, called out for me.
How many people have you killed, Josh?
That, I think it was on Ginny's stream or something. Remember?
Is that a serious? Like seriously? If you're asking seriously, I'll answer.
Oh, you remember?
Yeah.
Okay.
4.5. And the half part fucking messed up story.
What are you talking about?
He asked how many people I killed.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, two on duty, 2 off.
Oh, I didn't ask you that though. Is that what you thought I asked you?
No, that's the other guy asked me.
Oh, I missed that.
Oh, no, I'm the other guy.
Other guy.
No, I'm the other guy.
Yeah, the other guy. Well, I can't see his name and I can't recognize his voice. I've heard it before.
Oh yeah, the name's on him. Well, he's kind of doing some family stuff too.
Yeah, I don't want to call him Forrest Gump. The guy sounds like he's got a couple brain cells, right?
Oh, so the other one's Zach Galifianakis, right? I love him. He's so funny. Okay, hold on.
It's Vincent D'Onofrio, actually.
Oh, it is. Okay, what's he in?
What's Ian?
What is
Ian? Full Metal Jacket.
Okay.
Oh God, I love Full Metal Jacket.
Are you still here? I'm trying to type. My computer's like set up.
Anything you want.
Yeah, my wife's Vietnamese. I intentionally turn up the volume really loudly when like the hooker scenes turn on. There's 2 of them, and I love it. My old lady gets pissed off at me real fast. We're not like that. Oh, yes, you are. Oh, don't. Shit. That damn film was a documentary. God, she gets pissed.
$5.
The price is technically about the same. Last I heard.
For both of us? No, each you. $5. I don't know. My mom doesn't let me spend that much.
Damn. Won't lie. Hooker prices here, massive decline. Last I heard was 70,000 dong, which is here. It's about $3 or $4 for 30 minutes.
Oh, can you guys not talk about that kind of stuff on my channel, please?
Oh, sorry.
My children are gonna watch.
We were talking about a Full Metal Jacket, so I was just making an argument.
Oh, okay. I didn't follow that part. I was typing.
Well, I was making an argument that the price comparison is pretty much still accurate even today.
Okay. Yeah, they don't seem safe. I watched when they were doing that in actually it was what's the country flipping off my mind. The one that Gway's from? Liberia. I watched a documentary on like the prostitution that goes on there and the way those like shanties, whatever you want to call the buildings that they have them set up in, and there's blood and like other substances like all over and stuff. It's really bad. But like almost all those women end up getting AIDS, like HIV anyway. It's really sad. So they're kind of like forced into it because they're so poor.
Could be technically like a form of eugenics, basically. So you got breeding with STDs.
No,
Sounds like a good way of dealing with like population control.
it's just more the women that get it, I think, because like sometimes they get against their will and like so they obviously aren't following the guidelines or whatever, right?
Well, the men
And
don't
beat
get it.
up and all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
The men don't get it.
Well, men have a lot smaller chance of getting it, but the women's exposed many more times than the man to different partners. But women have double the chance of contracting, like I think all STDs or STIs
Yeah, but if
than
one,
men at any given time, at each encounter.
yeah, but if one woman is passing it on to multiple men, I mean, obviously, if she's working in prostitution, multiple sex partners. I mean, unless she's only got like one client she serves, right?
Well,
Wouldn't she be
she's
like,
trying to use protection every time, but some of the men are not doing it.
well, of
Okay.
course, if you're
So
paying,
it only really affects those men, but men have 1 in 2,400 chance each time they have unprotected sex if the other person if the woman has HIV. It's higher if it's male to male, but it's like 1 in 2,400. For women, it's only 1 out of 1,200. It's not very high, but she has so many different encounters, and then she has those that are violent toward her, where she doesn't have a choice. Those people probably are more
wait, why do you talk like it's a negative thing?
being
why
being violated. What do you mean?
violated and violent? Like, well, what's the? Well,
Why is it a negative thing?
Yeah, she's a prostitute. I mean, isn't that kind of implied?
She's a human being. What? No, it's not implied. They're supposed to pay, and then
what do
they're
hookers
not
do?
supposed to beat her up and do things against her without her consent. No.
Well, aren't there like BDSM things? Like, isn't that kind of like? I mean,
Talking about these like poverty-stricken women in Liberia.
She's making money. She can't be like that poverty-based. I mean, she's got a job technically.
Well, you can watch the documentary, see for yourself. She has a nursing degree too. The economy's so bad.
Educated.
Just take care of her children. She's trying to take care of her children.
Are you?
I don't know what happened to her husband. He died or something, I think.
Are you sure she's not American? Because it kind of sounds like some familiar
Yeah,
stories.
Sure. I watched the documentary. It was in Liberia.
Oh, okay.
I think it was Vice that did it. Yeah, it was actually.
Oh, got it. I mean, I'm not pro prostitution, but if you're going to have it, right, like it's going to serve a purpose. So,
what the problem is there? It's not regulated. They're beat up. They're like rules about like protection are not followed at all. I mean, they get paid very little. It's disgusting conditions. It's not what you're like
legalize.
What you're making it sound like. It's not like Pretty Woman.
I have no idea. I'm married, so marriage, prostitution, same thing, right?
I don't care what people do. I don't judge. I'm just saying for those women, they're not living like a life of luxury, getting flued out.
Well,
they're getting
legalize it.
Yeah, of course. She's not like investing in herself, like getting a computer and then like having herself like marketed.
She has a nursing degree.
Yeah, she could have been a nurse. Decided to go, suck dick for a living. So I mean,
no, she didn't.
She didn't.
The economy is shit. Like there's no jobs.
Oh, okay. Her choice, not her fault. It's the economy's fault.
Believe it or not, Joshua, think like hard times fall upon people sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody goes through difficulty. It's like not abnormal in life.
Right. But why would you say something so
Well, I mean,
vulgar and like degrading about something?
because
You're just
I
making
have
it
a hard time. I have a hard time showing pity for people that make specific choices in life, and then claiming, "Oh, well, I made these choices because hard times or whatever." Like I have no pity for it.
But you've never lived in Liberia, have you?
But I live in a third world country. I've lived in, well, hell, How bad would you consider Iran to be? Lived there for 2 years.
But do you live on the poverty level in that country?
But I haven't seen. I've never. I don't even know what poverty would be. It's
Thank
different.
you.
Oh, okay, but there's poor people everywhere.
There's not poor people in the United States, really.
Well,
That's one thing I can't agree with.
yeah, in the U.S., I wouldn't understand what it is, but like I've been to 47 countries. The idea that poor people are like this rare thing is.
I know you're
odd.
being sarcastic, but you've never. I mean, you've always had your accommodations taken care of.
I also
You knew you were safe. You knew you had food and water, and
yeah,
somewhat decent.
that's because all of my life I've made mostly decent decisions, right? At least not anything that would risk, me being like stricken with poverty like constantly, right? And then my parents didn't make any of those same bad choices or anything like that. My grandparents didn't. I guess going back about 180 years. So
if you were born in Liberia as a woman and you got married and had children, and then your husband died, and you were getting a nursing degree and you got it, but then the economy crashed, you couldn't get a job, and your kids were starving, would you maybe consider prostitution?
Me personally, no.
If your kids were so starving and there's no welfare or anything like that.
I'd be a bank robber before I'd be a prostitute.
You can't get away with that in Liberia.
So you just
it's controlled by rebels.
You just do what you can't or what you're like allowed to do.
Are you gonna get past the rebels? The government can't even get past the rebels. That's how they took over.
I have no clue.
Pretty ruthless.
People migrate all the time, so
they'll torch you in front of everybody in the town square.
I don't know. This pity thing is a weird, strange thing to me.
But they will allow you to do prostitution. They're not going to take you to jail, or you're not breaking a law. Technically, it's a moral choice for yourself.
Yeah, Mr. Decision Maker, you just died during a bank robbery attempt. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Oh, and they're not just going to kill you. They're going to take you in the back room for a few days.
I'm actually worth a lot more money dead than I am alive. Go figure that one out too. So technically, my kids.
I don't think they would care about the money at that point. I think they would just want to make an example.
I guess if you're at that point where you're starving to death, right? Like, do you want the morals or do you want the money?
Well, you have to. Your kids are hungry.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I would rob a bank.
No, assuming that's not an option.
It's not an option?
No, it's run by like basically a cartel, the rebels.
No, it's an option. He's just gonna get killed while he does it.
Yeah,
you won't even get in the bank. There's no banking hours. It's run by.
Can't rob people in the parking lot, especially coming out of the bank.
The reason everybody's starving is because the rebels have taken over the bank, the government. They killed the I think they call him their whatever they call him in prime minister, I think, or president. They killed him.
Just launch a counter-revolutionary attack. Duh.
You? I think the government. Anybody would have stopped him. It would have been the government and their allies. And they didn't
just strap up like Arnold in that one movie, where he's like putting the paint on. He's got the guns and the knives and the grenades.
They roll everywhere
just go in
with
there Rambo style, man.
They have literally, ammo. And then they carry around AKs like everywhere they go, and they just shoot. And literally like raid in people's homes.
Dun,
Like,
dun, 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 dun.
Isn't it usually the or the civilians that are like usually like of the revolutionary mindset?
On Africa.
Single widows with children? I don't know.
I don't know.
Like
That
Ba,
cartels,
ba,
not like
ba, 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 ba.
Vietnam War, we only really technically lost 3 battles to armed or uniformed soldiers, right? The vast majority of the conflicts or battles that we had lost were to Viet Minh, meaning civilians. They were basically voluntary civilians. Fucked us up. You can't tell the difference between like the bad guy and the soldier, right? Like you're kind of screwed. You can't tell the difference, right? You don't know who to shoot at. You got a problem.
Pajama people, majestic warrior.
I don't know about majestic, right? I sleep next to one. You'd consider her to be a terrorist. Damn.
I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. I mean, I
That
don't know.
was
I
cold
don't know what can't
blooded.
say anything on the news. Like, so I'm not.
Do you have a cat?
I'm gonna play that little news clip again.
No, there's a standing joke, which I think is probably true, actually. No, I don't like fucking cats, and it's because those little bastards get on the countertop with my food, and I don't like felines near my food, right? Like, apparently that's a white people problem that I'm learning about, that might actually be true. Now that I'm thinking about my mom's cat, right? Yeah, so no, I don't have a cat. I don't like cats, and it just got a problem with that.
So I could
Fuck
swear
that.
I heard one.
No. Well, I don't know. It could be like noise from outside. Could be from traffic. Who knows? Could be
Okay,
from
sorry, I was catching up on the comment. Yeah, Jerice, I think I already said if you want to call in. I think you sent that. Woke up and decided to stop by after. So if you are around still, or
Oh,
you want
shit.
to call,
What's
Okay.
up, Jerry?
yeah, that was like 11 minutes ago. So he'll probably come back if he did leave. But I'm gonna play that.
I got a question for Jerry's. Jerry's, come up on panel. I got a question for you. I'm a little confused.
I got a question for you, Joshua.
Oh shit. What's up?
Is there ever a time where a female selling herself would be appropriate?
Like appropriate
Marriage.
meaning like virtuous?
Well, I often have questions for people based off of life experience that people generally have a problem answering. And I just think of certain situations like my mom, she had me when she was 11
Right.
and she got kicked out of her house when she was 12. And I was just thinking, like, if she had to sell herself for some diapers or something, would she get looked at like
Yes.
throw
Yes.
her in prison?
Yes, society would generally would generally frown upon her.
No, and I get that, but I'm saying, is it like, what options would she have had in the moment?
At 12, I have no fucking clue what options would be available to a 12-year-old. You kind of you tie my hands there at that age, right? Because 12 years old, you really gotta what would be the options, like cleaning houses or something, right? I don't know. Like, I don't know what options a 12-year-old would have.
I was just curious.
Would she still get judged for selling herself?
Oh, she was trusted.
Yes.
She was already judged because she was 11 and pregnant.
Oh wait, she was pregnant at 11?
Yeah, she was already judged. So trust me, judge.
Okay.
She don't really give a crap.
I'm assuming that's why she got tossed out of the house.
No, that's not why she got tossed out the house. Her mom was trash.
Holy shit. Josh, or Jerice, I guess I got a question about the N-word. Specifically, your position on it.
Okay, sorry. I was trying to read about. It doesn't tell me which video it was that got striked.
Yeah,
Really?
YouTube doesn't. YouTube gives very vague answers to any type of specific question. Oh, what is the problem exactly? The video. Oh, well, what part of the video? Every
Yeah.
part of it. Like it's just that's how they answer. If you're expecting them to tell you precisely what the problem is, you're better off talking to a fucking wall.
Yeah, because like right now I haven't played one of the 3 videos I played, but I'm like, okay, rolling the dice. Oh, Jerry said, "What's your question?"
Yeah,
I
my
want you to come up because so he doesn't go in the chat. Jerry said, if you want, I mean, just call in. I think it links to that. I don't have like tons of comments.
yeah, I think it's pinned. That's how I joined, anyways.
Click the link.
That's how I usually do
Click
it
the
too.
link.
Can you guys still see it, or do I need to go back and do it again?
Also, Suggs, the answer to virtuous questions are usually always problematic, just to be fair, right?
Mhm.
And the reason this is, and I think it's that way by design, as you get older, you find yourself in more and more moral dilemmas. I think it's kind of like a natural part of life. And I think
Okay.
it's part of life that you have to kind of like figure it out as you go. I mean, unless you've got like well, shit at 12, right? I can't imagine it, but generally speaking, you can probably avoid a lot of the moral dilemmas because, like, say, a
Nah.
parent beforehand would be the one to kind of like already explain the pros and cons to each point. Like you've been instilled with that, but at 12, right? Like the condition that you're giving, I don't know if it's a hypothetical or if it was an
But
actual.
sorry, I was just reading his response.
Oh, my situation is very real.
Are you guys talking about Lionel's situation, or are you talking about Therese?
Oh, I was talking about Suggs' position or Suggs' question, right?
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know what Therese was, if he was referring to you. Okay, I'm still listening.
Jerice is he's stating his position that I asked a question about. Suggs, anyways, so like moral dilemmas are a norm for everybody throughout all of life. And I think as best as I can tell is the older you get, the more and more moral dilemmas you have to face. But within the construct of like what you had described, I don't know how at 12 things get a lot hairier because again you're 12. What do you know about moral structures, right? If you came from shitty parents, how would like even the foundations of the moral stances like would assume to not be there, right? So the idea of judgment is really just going to be revolved around whatever stereotypes going on within society, right? So yes, you're going to be judged. Now the question is are you accurately being morally judged? Now it's a different story, right? So you do have an out, at least when you're at that age, you definitely have an out to it from a moral perspective.
Yeah, a lot of people generally do. Even back then, they were judging her because here's an 11-year-old girl pregnant. They're sitting here like, oh man, she's fast. When the reality was, I'm born of a very violent situation. So it wasn't voluntary. But they immediately judged her and was like, oh, she's a fast one.
I think that the difference would be the expectation. So long as you would explain, like, you know, the family that she'd come from, right? So that's your expectation changes. How do you can't expect a child to behave any specific way unless somebody is there to teach that child how to behave, because all behaviors are taught.
Yeah.
But the moment that you reach like adulthood, well, legally speaking, adulthood, I go down to 16 in modern day. If you haven't figured out how to behave by then, I still, like at 16, will throw it off on you like I would an adult, at least morally speaking.
So just to add to that, what you're saying, I guess this is a regular situation because she would have been considered an adult at 12 because of her circumstances. Legally.
How old is she? Or like, how old is she now?
Oh, she's 46.
46 to take back to, I know in the 20s, 30s, and 40s, by the age 11 and 12, there were a lot of people well, at least I don't know about the black community, but within the white community, we're actually moving out. A lot of the males would move out of their parents' home. Of course, that was an economical decision. Like my dad's from like a family of 12 or 13, like some crazy number like that. And almost nearly all of them moved, or all of the boys moved out at the age of like 11 to 13.
Okay.
Apparently it was like a common practice, and it was for economical reasons. But it was apparently a common practice. Dad was born in 1926, so in the end of the 1930s, gone, right? But there was also a lot more options available too, right? You could go, like labor laws were a lot different. You could, at the age of 12, go work in a coal mine.
Yeah.
So I mean, as opposed today, that option is completely gone. You can work at under age 14. You can work in agriculture. You can't work at like anything that's there's very few industries that are open to you under the age of 14. Only agriculture is the only one I know of. Outside of that, there isn't any other options. So what you could do would be a different thing.
Okay. Do you guys want to see this news clip?
Oh yeah. Hold on one second. I guess my question is, Jerice, forget the word, the N-word, like forget the idea of the word, right? Is there anything that anybody could say to you? No action, not allowed to use action within the hypothetical. Is there anything that anybody can say to you that would be so disrespectful that you would respond violently, aka punch them in the face and break their nose kind of thing? I guess that would be my next question. I'm trying to work on a better argument for advocating violence for the N-word, but I'm having to go down rabbit holes, try to find better arguments.
You want there to be a violent response?
I actually want there to be violent responses for a lot of.
I know, yeah. I forgot. Yeah, you said that last time. I remember now.
Right.
That's what I meant.
All I'm looking for is a convincing.
If my kid was just like rapping along to a song and he got his ass jumped over that, I would be like, that would be.
When
like,
I do
really, I would like harbor anger, I think.
Yeah, I do draw the line at children. So like, let's hypothetically say
teenagers. I mean,
well, let's see. I don't know. Somewhere around 16, I have a cutoff point, right? I'd be beating.
That's when they listen to the most rap. So you're making it seem like anybody, because like if the kid's just rapping along and he's, or even like just.
Oh no, it's a moral position.
I mean, you'd think he could be dead.
Yeah, no, it's a moral position, not really the concept. See, it doesn't matter whether it's the N-word or say like a made up fictitious word, say gobbledygook, right? The idea is the idea is the concept behind it. I don't like the argument being used for the N-word. The reason is because it's too easily to counter that, because it's like saying, oh, well, I'm not going to resort to violence and risk jail over a word, right? The idea is not being exactly presented in it. That's why I'm trying to find a better argument for it.
There shouldn't be a better argument, though. Think about this, Josh. You're basically telling black people, like, you should be so offended when people say that to you, because only you can say what you are. That's not what they are. So, like, why do you want to protect the words that you're not even saying who you are anyway?
It's not.
But you're basically trying to make it seem like you guys should be proud of this.
No,
it's
not. It's not actually the words itself. Language, you could take it out and just throw it in the garbage, right? It's the concept of what enforces civility. So
that person goes to jail. The other person doesn't go to jail. They're the victim.
Right, but you got to think about this. Civility. What enforces civility in society?
Not hitting people over words. I know that much.
Randomly punching people into the face for the shit that they say.
Yeah, that's bad advice, because some people might
what enforces
feel like,
civility.
okay, well, I have a choice. Either go to jail or I'm not a man. Like, you shouldn't have to make that choice.
But that's the thing that's the thing that enforces civility. Violence.
No, not when there's a one-sided consequence. Josh, that's bad advice.
But that's all life is usually you're
No,
gonna
that's
go-
like taking black people out of jail.
Wait, what?
I
If you
Fair-
think
fair-
you like get it ingrained in someone's brain that if they don't do anything about it,
right. I
when
understand.
someone says that to him,
Yeah, I
but
understand
the
your
person that's about to say it to him knows, I'm going to get
Yeah.
your ass in jail. I'm not going to jail
I
because I
understand your
didn't do anything wrong.
I understand your argument is about fairness, but the idea
No, it's
of,
about bad advice.
okay. What stops me from coming into your house, right? And I don't mean like breaking it, just walking into your house, taking my pants off, and taking a shit right in the middle of your living room.
The law.
You realize I'm a federal officer, right? Yeah, the law's not
Josh,
going to
you're not
generally stop
above.
me.
You're not above reproach. I don't believe that.
Well, quite actually, yeah. Technically, I'm a diplomat, so technically speaking, yes. There's not even the law could actually technically stop me. The only thing that I can, there's no criminal charges that can be applied. Technically,
I don't think your example is legitimate, though. Nobody's telling you if you don't come to my house and take a shit in my living room that you're not a man.
Okay. So if it is the case that laws protect people, right, then why are there so many criminals breaking laws?
The problem is, it's not about that they're going to be lawbreakers. The problem is that these are
Right?
really like bright kids with a future. They shouldn't be told that only if someone says that they have an obligation to hit them and risk and ruin their own future.
I told you I drew the line at kids. Kids would be slightly
Okay,
handled a bit different.
16, 18, 22.
Well, yeah,
Who cares?
it's
58, 100. It's
okay,
dumb.
well, no, in that case, then everybody should the only conclusion you can ever really come to is everybody ought do the right thing to do because it's the right thing.
You're in the prison industrial
word
complex.
do white
Josh,
people
you
get
just
to?
killed it.
What word
Josh,
do
what are
white
the
people
prison
get to
industrial
punch people in the face for?
I
complex?
don't know.
Recommend it.
I've never really thought about it because I don't really find like cracker doesn't offend me. Redneck damn sure doesn't offend me.
Don't you think that English has the same effect on black people? Why should they have to feel like there's that word and I have to protect it?
Because
Why would you want to make that more cemented? That needs to go.
what do you mean what do you mean be cemented?
To the point you'll fight for it so hard you're willing to go to jail over it or hurt somebody.
People ought fight for a lot of things and risk jail.
Yeah, not the N word though.
Yeah, that shouldn't
Right.
hurt a person's feelings to the point they literally like lose control and break a law and could potentially kill somebody.
People break. I can assure you.
I don't care, Josh. I don't want
the damn time.
getting hit in the face. I don't want someone else's kid getting hit in the face.
Right.
I don't want someone else's kid going to jail because they feel like they did the right thing, being honorable, and really all they did is fuck up their life.
Yeah, but you're getting you're skipping way ahead of all of the different steps.
Oh, I'm
and
not.
Going straight to the consequences. The
I
thing
thought it through. I've been on the panels.
Okay.
Nobody should identify with that word, especially the point where it would fall
The thing that would stop the action usually is the case of the consequence.
They're the ones going to jail, though.
Ah, yes.
It's not going to stop the other person. It's going to make them more racist. If someone ruins your face over saying N-word, you're going to be more racist. That's not going to change your mind. And then the other person's in jail.
I actually don't believe that most people that use the word are racist. I believe most people that use the word are just being assholes and trying to like basically be offensive to another person.
Right. So why should you get beat up?
Because if you're going to go around picking fights with people,
you should get beat up. That's you said you don't think they mean it bad.
No, I'm saying, okay, I'm not saying that generally most people that use the word aren't actually racist. People that do use the word are generally trying to be offensive to somebody. It's the whole reason why you would use
Josh believes that if you offend his feelings, he should be allowed to use violence against you.
Not allowed.
I had one situation, I was in high school.
Yeah, I don't make the argument for violence being legal. I'm making the argument you should respond violently to enforce civility.
Okay, listen to my story then and tell me if you still feel the same. That's fine. Okay, I was like 16, 17. I was like kind of gripping like a hood for real. And you know, we've always have house parties and shit, you know, and I was like really into Tupac, like all rap, like hip hop, but I'd wear like Tupac shirts and stuff. Anyway, like I came into the house party with like some of my homies and I like walked in and I said, "What's up, my?" I said it. I didn't think anything about it, you know. I'm like, "Hey, my homies are here," and there was like this one guy. He died, I believe. I'm pretty sure. Later, not too much later, long ago actually. But anyway, this guy, I didn't know this was happening at the time. I was just like, "Hey, who's here?" And the guy, a black guy, is standing in the corner. He heard me say that. He grabbed a full bottle of Budweiser or whatever, and he was trying to throw it at my head. And my friends intervened. He could have ruined my life. I was having fun, like, "Hey, what's up?" I listen to hip hop. I don't know. I had a lot of ethnicities of friends, mostly like Samoan, Polish, you know, Tongan,
So
Asian, and not a ton of black people, but like
let,
a
let,
diversity. But like,
let
I
me make
didn't know mean no harm.
yeah, let
But
me make
what if he
sure I
would have
understand.
killed me or gave me brain damage for the rest of
Right.
my life? I could never have the 3 beautiful children have
Let,
because I said that.
let me make sure I understand the story, right? You said something offensive to somebody, and
No,
somebody
I said something that offended somebody.
do what?
I said something that offended somebody, but
Oh, okay,
like
yeah.
knowing
So,
all of
okay.
our friends and the way we were, like
You said
that
something.
was an overreactive response.
Okay, you said something that offended somebody, and their response was to pick up a bottle and go to hit you with it. And the only
Throw it
reason
at my head. He was a raise across the room.
yeah, it should have happened.
See, that's insane. You think I deserve that when my intention was actually
Did
like
did
the
did
same
the
as saying
other
like my
person
friends. I was at a house party with close friends.
did the other person deserve?
I didn't say it to him. I didn't know his ass was there. And in
Doesn't
the shadows, didn't even see him. There was a
oh
bunch of people there. I wasn't looking out for him. I wasn't thinking about it. That's the thing. It's so narcissistic. Like I walked in, I see like a bunch of people. He's not always at the parties, to be real.
you
I know
under,
his cousin. I work with his cousin at the warehouse. Like I don't even do
you
that. It's like
understand your
problem.
justification is well, I should be able to say whatever the fuck I want,
No,
and nobody
I
should
shouldn't have almost got my life ruined or killed over it. My intention was not harmful. Everybody knew that. People say sometimes, especially with hip hop, the way our culture was, like everybody's English was their second language. It wasn't like I was some new to diversity.
somebody whoever stopped him from that bottle hitting you, right?
Some
However
of
that
my
happened.
yeah, my homeboys, yeah.
No, whoever that was, right? Prevented you from learning a valuable lesson most people in society need to learn.
What makes you think I didn't realize? Okay, if I say that, there's some crazy ass motherfuckers that might pop off. Do you think all of a sudden I didn't mean it bad in the first place? So did I
didn't.
say it out public? Hell no.
I already made the
But
argument that
did it
most people
really?
that use
I
the word
mean, was
aren't
that
actually
even
racist. They're just being
the fact
offensive.
that you think that that's even like in the realm possible, let alone encouraged?
Welcome to a man's world. That's the thing that
I'm a
stops
fucking
us.
woman. I was a 16-year-old girl rolling up in my
You,
like
you might have been able to get away with that like back in the
MX3.
1950s and the 1960s. By the time the 1970s rolled around, you are now one of us. You deserve.
I wasn't born in the 70s.
You deserve to get the same ass whooping we get.
Okay, Josh, we're gonna move on with the conversation because there's no way in hell I'm ever coming to a consensus with you on that.
Of course. I believe in women's equality, right? I believe
It's not about that. It's about the punishment doesn't match the crime. It's insanity.
Punishments aren't supposed to match crime.
So if your little boy naively calls another kid something that offends him, maybe he says you're gay and he really is gay, and he beats him, and he accidentally gives him brain damage.
I'll give you my prescription on teenagers a little. Or,
okay,
I'm sorry.
16. 16's a kid.
No, at 16, you should get whatever punishments. In this case, it would be a broken nose, right? That it'd be.
I don't think even that. No, I don't condone violence in my home.
Now, at 5, that punishment should go to the parents. Meaning, like, if my 5-year-old walks out into the hallway, we don't have any black people in this building. God, there's not many here in this country. Okay, so my work colleague, he's black, right? So if my 5-year-old,
the G word,
yeah, if my 5-year-old were to go out and my colleague and use the N word, right? I should get my ass beat for what my kid said. That kid
Okay,
learns it from
we're gonna
someone.
keep going here. Your kid never
This-
heard hip hop.
is a
He never
great
watched
society.
a movie.
Every single time somebody's feelings get hurt, there's a community beating. Oh shit!
I hope you're joking, Josh, but I think it's what you're saying is dangerous for real. I
I
feel
hope
you're
it's
trying to be like, hey, white girl, you want to know right now?
I
I
hope
was so
it's
grateful for my
dangerous.
friends. I really was. I'm like, damn, because they said, yeah, I won't say his name. They say he was about to throw a beer ball across the room and hit you in the head. It's fucking nuts. I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, bro, we grabbed out of his hand. He's chirping.
You are aware.
They
that-
were like, everybody was like, yo, bro, you got to go.
You are aware that I
Crazy.
oppose freedom of speech, right? Like I don't believe that's a thing.
I know, yeah,
Oh.
we had that discussion.
Well, it's not a thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, technically, it's not a thing. But
Even if you're for it, it's not a thing.
Okay.
At least Josh is interesting to disagree with.
Yeah.
Most
There's an
people are
imperial
boring to
complex.
disagree with.
I think that's what you're like.
And then you try to find like areas of agreement, and they're
Let me see what's going on. Sorry.
too
Okay.
retarded.
damn.
Yeah, I gotta hope to God he's trolling, and otherwise I'll just be glad he's living.
No,
on
No, I don't
world.
think he's trolling. He's just an honest authoritarian.
Yeah, kind of dead serious.
But it's just he leans
Force
on the
is
side
the
of
ultimate
wrong-
arbiter.
he's on the
Force
side
is the
of
ultimate
evil,
arbiter
that's
of all
why I said
things.
he's the devil. Okay, here we go. You guys ready?
Wait, how is that evil?
Because you're over things that can have traumatizing consequences, like physically and emotionally, for over something
Everything-
that you the other day said intent was the qualifying factor. So now I'm starting to think you're like forgetting your own lies
Intent on what? Go back to what specifically I was making claims. to.
when you say anything that's like disrespectful. You were referring mostly to the N-word. 'Cause that was the
Well, yeah,
That was
because
after
somebody's
that whole
trying to
big
qualify the word itself. I'm removing the idea of word and just saying offensive. It can be anything to anybody to whatever reason, right? The idea is if you're going to go around being offensive to people, right? You ought
get
you're
to be
doing.
retaliated with violence.
I mean, technically, you're doing that right now.
Well, yeah.
well, and then like I said, you get a lot of false allegations that way because
Right.
it's really difficult to prove word.
But now the problem with this is I'm not actually describing what ought be. I'm describing what is. All of what we consider to be civility and politeness and stuff has always been enforced by violence. Always.
Not that way though.
Okay, what would
Like
happen
right
to
now,
my?
civility,
I'm not even gonna call the guy my friend.
civility,
Cousin.
civility.
They're cousin with Ja Rule actually, but I'm not gonna even say him. But what would happen to him if he would hit me? Oh, don't even like think twice about whether I'm calling police, my mom calling. We're all calling fucking police.
Yeah, see, that's the violence
He's
that
going
enforces
to
civility.
Probably 17. He can get charged as an adult. That ruins his life. But I'm not gonna let it go because he's dangerous now.
It'd be the violence against the person who hit her that enforces civility.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That if you're given this choice, that's the honorable thing to do, and if you
I didn't
back
say it
down
was
and don't hit
honorable.
somebody that says that, well, actually, you're the bigger person if you walk away and be like, "You think that hurts me?"
No.
I
make no.
like.
I make no.
Yeah,
claim to the
teaching
concept-
people that they have the right to be hurt by words and to hurt people for words is very corrosive to society.
Well, it's against the whole like basis, the foundation of the country.
It infantilizes black people, and it provides no real incentive for white people to be considerate.
Well, why should they have to even identify that word? Like, we don't even know how people say that it wasn't a derogatory and went away for a while. So it's almost like, how do we
Yeah.
even know how big of a deal that was ever
you need-
anyway? And
Do you
it wasn't
need
us to
another
them. So
example? Do you
Yeah,
need
bringing
another
that word
example?
back, I think, is like one of the greatest examples of one of the largest cultural failures in the history of mankind.
Do you need
yeah,
another
they
example?
made it seem like it's powerful.
Yeah,
So-
we took it backward to empower ourselves. Bullshit.
It says it.
Yeah, you drag society back 80 fucking years.
Well, it holds like people back that are kind of torn between that like fight, like as a unit, and like stay true and don't be disrespected, versus throw your life away because somebody literally holds your kryptonite.
Okay, well,
Any
let's-
moment they can just go.
Yeah,
Let-
and your
to
kryptonite
jail
is just a
tonight.
word too. That's the other
Like a
thing. It's
puppet,
like,
you can make someone
let-
go to jail.
of all the things to have kryptonite over.
Let's try to actually measure this. Would you say that our society is more or
Bless
less
you.
civil 50 years ago or today?
More.
I have no idea.
Well,
What was
actually,
it?
I think that it was probably about the same, and then it got worse, and then it's gotten better again. Like it got worse in the 80s, and now it's like, despite what they say, like the deletion
happened?
rates and stuff are way down from 80s.
What
I was
happened
not
in the,
alive.
yeah, what happened in the 80s that you're pointing to the 80s?
Like the rate of like deletions, taking other people off the globe was a lot higher than it is now.
You're basically attributing civility to like lack of killing,
Violent crime.
violent crime.
Violent crime and deletions. Yeah, it was a lot of deletions and creeps, but
Yeah,
in the 80s.
yeah. So
That's crazy. We sound like we're in a simulation at this point. We even have language to talk like we're in a simulation. We can't even say the M word anymore because of the algorithms. We say
Well, I think it's
deletion
just,
like
I think you can say as much as you want. I think it just limits your viewers, and so then you could like eventually get less money.
we even say deletion like we're talking about files.
so
I'm just copying what the other content creators do,
John
'cause I'm like,
Baudrillard
oh,
was so right. When I was like 12 and I first started reading like that kind of French philosophy, I laughed so hard at those people. I thought they were so stupid. I was like, how can a grown man be so wrong about his philosophical view? And he dragged me kicking and screaming into the reality that he's been right this whole time. I grew up in Jean Baudrillard's reality.
My appeal got rejected. Yeah, they didn't say why.
Yep, that's
I'm
YouTube
just
for
gonna
you.
contact them. Okay. Well, I'm gonna play this one real quick. Then we can kind of maybe get on this subject a
for
little bit.
What you
And now,
playing?
a page from our Sunday morning almanac. April 3rd, 1996, 20 years ago today. The day the FBI arrested Theodore Kaczynski, the suspected Unabomber, at his cabin in rural Montana. Beginning in 1978, a mysterious series of bombings across the country had killed 3 people and wounded 23 others.
The bomb on the Yale campus today blew up in the computer sciences building.
The targets were mostly either universities or airlines.
Small bomb exploded in a mail.
Okay, I'm just gonna talk on this for a second, just in case that had anything to do with the copyright. I doubt it, but you never know. So anyway, what I said on this part earlier, because I actually did stop it, even though I wasn't doing it for like the same reasons, but I was just talking to Lionel about it, saying that a lot of people spell the Unabomber like UNI, but it's actually UNA because it was for universities, which they only click UN, and then airlines, which is why there's the A. So I don't know if everybody knew that, but I thought people were spelling it wrong when I first was like doing research on it. But yeah, anyway, I could have got a nice. Oh, yeah, you guys, if you don't have already subscribed to Jerice, you gotta go subscribe. He's hilarious, and he went viral a few times, at least twice, huh? Right, Jerice? But yeah, I mean, but he like, I'd say what 20 to 30 minutes maybe on average, sometimes less. But they're really good. So, okay, I'm gonna start playing it again. Okay, I don't know why the freaking button's not working. You can see that I'm like pushing it. Okay, let me go in like, and then make it big.
Pouch in the cargo hold.
Which explains the origin of his nickname, the Unabomber. For years, the only clue to his identity was this single sketch of a shadowy, hooded figure.
It was all there today, all 35,000 words of the Unabomber's message to America.
The big break came in
Have you
1995
guys read that?
when the Washington Post printed a long anti-technology manifesto
I want to.
proud
I want to go
Unabomber
through it.
entitled
It's
Industrial
prophetic.
Society and Its Future.
Yeah, that's kind of what
Its ramblings reminded
philosophy
an
of, like,
upstate New York man
I want
named David
focus on.
Kaczynski of the kinds of things his older brother,
been staying-
Theodore, had written in the past.
Just about everything he
Once a
said came
brilliant
true.
math student at Harvard, Theodore Kaczynski had long
Yeah.
since abandoned academia to live as a recluse in that remote Montana cabin. David Kaczynski's suspicions forced him to wrestle with a moral dilemma, as he told our Aaron Moriarty back in 2005.
Because of the death penalty, the likelihood would be that I'd either have some innocent person's blood on my hands if I did nothing, or my own brother's blood on my hands if I stepped forward.
David Kaczynski did step forward. He provided information that led to his brother's arrest and conviction. And with top legal aid, David was able to help his brother to escape the death penalty.
I would like to say that our reaction to today's plea agreement is one of deep relief.
Instead, Theodore Kaczynski is currently serving 4 life sentences without parole at the so-called Supermax prison in Colorado. On May 22nd, he will be 74 years old.
He's dead. He committed suicide. Must be an old video.
Well, it was a week in 1996 that Montana was thrust into the national spotlight for being the hideout location for the infamous mail bomb terrorist that became known as the Unabomber. MTN reporters from around the state were working closely with the National Press Corps. We tried to keep up with the fast-breaking story.
It was a story that brought the nation's attention to this small, unassuming cabin in a remote area.
You know that cabin is the FBI still has it. I think
Okay,
it's like some
sorry, I had
kind
to
of
get off here.
museum or something.
It's crazy how teeny it is.
Yeah.
So, let me see. I'm gonna pull up another one because I'm pretty much sure that the one that it turned off during would be the one that was the problem. So, and also that would be like the most popular one. But I'm just seeing what else is in my my playlist that I've saved. So I'm here. That's why I'm kind of done. So I'm just looking at my iPad for a second. Yeah, of course, I don't remember any of that. Like, I remember hearing like the term, but I would kind of get that mixed up anyways with the Oklahoma City. So I think I was a little too young to really care about that. And so you guys were too, I'm sure. But let me see here. But yeah, I thought that was interesting that only, not to say that, again, I say that every time, to be like very clear, not to say that it's not a tragedy, but the fact that only 3 people died, and then I think more were maimed. But I think he said, what did it say, over 60?
Over 60 what?
Packages?
Oh, I don't know.
I think that's what it said. Is Josh still here? He's muted, so I can't tell.
Yeah,
Lionel, are you
I'm
still
here.
here? Oh,
Yep.
okay. Did you
I'm
hear
sorry.
that? Do you know how many it sent? How many? Like, wasn't it around like 60 in 20 years or so?
And where I think it was 3 people death and like 23 injured or something like that.
Right, but out of how many packages do you remember? I think.
Oh, that I don't remember.
Okay. I want to say it was like around 60, but let me see what other one. Let's see. I'm just kind of, I'm gonna mute because I'm gonna play like, I've watched the beginning of them, but just so that way I can remember like which one it is. So let me just see which.
Yeah, I want to say it was something like 15 or 16, something like that. And I think technically a couple more would get counted because when they raided the building, they found more. I don't know how like they totaled it up there, but I think it was something like 15 or 16.
Yeah, I was thinking about bringing up the manifesto, but it's kind of like, I think it's like 35 pages or so, isn't it? I think that's what it
It would
said.
make a good series. You
Yeah,
could
it would
read
be-
like a couple of pages a stream.
Yeah, I mean, I'll pull it up and see if it's still public. I'm pretty sure it would be. Let's see. I'll just play something real quick in the meantime, though. I just have to click on it first because I want to make sure it's not that annoying, like AI voice the whole time. So I'm trying to see. I want to play this Saturday Night Live one, but I don't know what I'm going to do. That one definitely seems like that would be like really.
If it wasn't for his brother, they might have never found him.
I know. I'm trying to see other ones.
I think I remember being slightly disappointed at the time.
Yeah, some of these are like too short, or like, but I'm trying to find. Okay, I'm gonna play just this short little one that's like 6 minutes.
Just to update, because apparently that documentary thing must be kind of old. He's dead. He committed suicide. He didn't commit suicide to avoid punishment. He committed suicide to avoid death by cancer. He was like diagnosed with like some late stage cancer. I want to say it was like prostate cancer or rectal cancer or something like that.
Yeah, well, didn't you see the news anchor?
Oh yeah, I mean,
that was awesome.
Yeah,
that was like an archive. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna play this other one that I think talks about more about his like IQ and schooling and stuff. It's the history.
He was academic quite good from what my understanding. Mathematician. I guess he would have probably been really good in economy, but he dropped out.
Yeah, he was a math. No, he graduated from Harvard when he was 16.
Hold on, I think he dropped.
Yeah, I've watched the documentary before, but I'm gonna just play this one little, this little clip that like kind of goes through that beginning stages. Let me just stop that real quick and get it in the right spot, and then okay, one second. Oh my gosh, don't play. That drives me crazy. All right. You guys can see it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's not. That's weird. That's fine. Oh,
It's paused.
I don't know what's going on. It's annoying, and this internet isn't great. But
it's paused.
Well, I know, but let's see that thing going around in circle.
I think you can click it anyway.
Well, I think it was like the connection or something. Now it's muted.
There you go.
Just a second. I'm gonna go back to the beginning.
No, the volume. Hit the volume button.
And
Yeah, no, I gotta come back though.
You don't? I don't think so. There you go.
It's a very interesting.
It's kind of like with the touch screen. It's kind of annoying because
yeah.
like, if you think you didn't hit it, so you did it again, and it's like you're lagging.
Yeah.
Should be good now. Let's see.
It helps if you like when you're working on it, take it out of full screen, and then when it's in full screen, don't touch it. Like pretend it's made out of radioactive material.
Okay. Because I could see that because you're so close to other buttons too. So it's like it doesn't want to. Okay, I'm gonna do it. All right. Let's try it out of it. Okay. I have 16, not 60. This is going off here now. Bigfoot. We gotta explain something. Okay. No, I found another one that goes more through like his actual what is this one? What do they call it? It's like his principles that he was against, but the video's being done. I gotta go back out. think I got too many windows open now. Okay. Oh, it's called the Unabombers. Ideas Explained.
I think he created the.
Lionel?
What happened?
Oh, you were saying commentary during that
I was
video.
telling you.
Well, it's only 6 minutes. What?
It's
Is
cool.
What's funny about that?
No, I was just saying,
Well,
just
I
make
interrupted
it.
it once. Remember, I said why the name was spelled the way it was. But I don't want to interrupt too often and make it like
I'm trying to get you used to talking.
Oh no, I'm fine with that. I just like to let a little bit of it play. Like on that other video, the documentary, I'd usually play like 10 to 15 minutes at a time.
And remember, I was in the comments telling you to talk too.
Right, but are you saying that because for like the audience or something? Or are you saying that because of the rights?
For the
The
audience.
algo too.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I just didn't want to be like too much. You know what I mean? I like kind of like a portion of information, and then we could talk about that. But yeah, okay, I can try to say more often. Okay, so this one that I want to play is like 13 minutes. So let it go for like 4 maybe or something, and then stop it.
I don't know. I don't actually think we arrested the right guy. I think the real Unabomber is Denizen.
Probably.
It's
We got the devil and the Unabomber.
we have very similar views. But I'm a technophile, and I'm a conformist and a borderline pacifist, and I don't like nothing's ever gonna drive me to be homicidal because I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, well, Joshua already gave me his word, so
a conformist out of like I'm assuming for utilitarian purposes, right? Like go along.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm born a rebel, practically a conformist.
Yeah. I got it. I just wanted to make sure I thought I had it right. Got it.
My rebellion is all about being me to the meest extent I can be, and having as much fun and pleasure and joy as I possibly can. So if I conform for the sake of conformity, I actually maximize my rebellion, because I still, for the most part, go about doing whatever I want to do. I just don't stand up for myself to authority, because there's no point in it. It gets me nothing.
I just want to go on open record here. I am anti-fun. I believe that pleasure is the devil.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why you want to beat up people for shit they say. And
I don't think I would fight somebody over a word. I would. That doesn't imply that I wouldn't fight people over offenses. It would just be like, I don't really find much language to be offensive. But like walking into my house, taking a shit on my floor, that'll get your ass beat pretty damn quick, right? So I'm like, there's ways of offending me. It's not so much on the verbal end of it, I guess.
The difference is that you have rights to retaliate if someone comes into your home.
Oh, okay.
Damages it. You're not putting the other person in a situation where they are the only one that can lose.
Shit in my driveway.
They could actually get sued too if they're older.
Okay, well, I'll give you another example then. Shit in my driveway, right? Like,
what if they just shit in the street right in front of your house?
Anywhere past the sidewalk, that's your property.
Okay, shit in front of my on the city-owned sidewalk in front of my driveway, right? Like that would cause me to violence.
Responsible for the sidewalks too.
Huh?
What if they shit in the road right in front of your house?
You're responsible for the sidewalks to clean them off.
What if they shit in the road right in front of your house?
Okay, well, right in front of the
road.
Some
cars drive over it till it's gone, I guess.
Jesus Christ. You're more pacifist than Denizen is.
That's not even it. I'm not going to allow somebody to engage me if I don't want to be engaged with them. So they can like look weird and I'll document it, but I'm not gonna act in the way that they would like for me to act. Why? I don't want to deal with them, let alone get in trouble with them, have to go to court with them. Can you imagine someone you already are annoyed by? No. That's why it's not that I'm okay with it. It's just like they play themselves, really.
You're talking about like association or
Oh, somebody that's shitting on the street or whatever. I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna report it. Like, hey, this person's doing weird things, but like, they're not gonna do anything about it. They're gonna document it.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie and say that I would be offended by somebody shitting on the street. However, right, like I'm trying to draw that concept of there are things that I would find offensive. Like an example would be like, I guess, shitting on my driveway, right? Like technically you can actually walk somebody's driveway and not be considered trespassing, right? If you're trying to go.
All right, let's try something else.
But that wasn't
Let's
the question. You said react violently.
Yes,
not be offended.
The point is I'm retaliating over an offense.
Right.
Yeah, it's not the point of the shitting on the driveway. I'm just trying to get something else other than that to understand that it's not really about words or whatever. It's about the offense, to be offended or to be offensive to people. That is the thing that basically does not or cannot exist if you want civility. You guys, for some odd reason, seem to believe that civility is just upheld by people just do the right thing for the sake of doing
Hey,
the right
why did you cyber attack Luna? Why didn't you go find her and beat her ass?
Hold on.
Why did you do that?
She
It's
might
the
have
exact.
I know exactly why you did it, because you could get away with it, and otherwise you could not.
Yeah, but it's the exact opposite of what he's saying, though. It's not that the civility that's being upheld is that you can disagree and have opinions that are offensive to people without people running around beating your ass for it. Holy fuck. That's what civility is.
But he
I know you do.
No, he contradicts himself.
No, I actually
telling
disagree.
other people
I don't claim that's civility.
Yes, we know you disagree.
He went sideways. He didn't go right up to her and beat her ass.
But that's civility, though. Words being offensive to you is not the foundation of civil society.
I'm calling
it's
him
quite
on his
the
advice,
opposite.
not his principle. I don't agree you can hit somebody. You kidding me? I don't agree with his advice because he doesn't take his own advice. That's why I say it seems disingenuous to encourage other people to get a criminal record, felonies, assault charges. No, that's no small thing.
No,
but then he wouldn't do it though.
That's not true. I actually would have gone and paid Luna a visit at her personal residence, right? Had I been stateside. It's a big difference between the Ortho Bros who were already on stateside versus me on the other side of the planet.
It's still a plane trip. I mean, if it was that big of a deal.
A tool
what I'm
is
saying is, I don't
tool
think
is a
you would
tool.
have gone and beat her up, Josh. I'm sorry, I don't believe that. I don't.
No, I would-
Anybody else on the panel believe that Josh would have
I
gone-
wouldn't. No, I wouldn't have beat her up. I would have literally looked for some type of criminal charges to file on her. Like I would have gone that direction.
Right.
Even if
You're
it would
going
have been
white
so
collar,
far.
though. You're going with zero consequence to yourself.
Even if it would have been something that might have been like, I made some evidence up, like it could have been something like that. I might have even gone that far. I don't know.
I don't put that past you, but what I'm saying is you're not risking getting yourself put in prison.
Yeah. I would find, well, I don't know. See, there are things I would fight over, right? Like shitting on my floor. Yes, I'm going to fight.
Self-defense, so you don't go to prison for self-defense.
That's not even a good reason.
No, it's a non-violent, like they're not doing anything to me specifically, right? I can't
If they
claim
break into
It just hurts your
home-
fifis.
Yeah,
No,
I can't claim self-defense for somebody shitting on my floor or even threatening to shitting on my floor,
If they
right?
break in, that's either burglary or aggravated robbery.
I say I left my door open, right? And people come and go in the neighborhood, like kids actually do come and go out of my house all the
Trespass.
time, right? But if
What if someone
Illegal
just
entry.
busted trow and took a shit?
Still
Right.
And then Josh would beat that kid to death.
I would actually probably get very violent toward one of their parents, not the kid. I draw a line around 16,
Lies.
give or
You have
take.
too much money for that.
Man,
to
that's even
believe
more
that,
deferred
Josh.
anger.
You're either lying about having the money or lying about what
There's
you
even more
do. You're not
premeditation there.
doing both.
Money means absolutely jack shit if you're living this life based off of,
If you get sued, you have more to lose.
huh?
If you beat up the kid's parents for what the kid said, the parents sue you. You don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, I would
Be the
just end up-
laughing stock of the neighborhood.
Yeah. Well, here I would return after court and then beat them up again. Only this time it wouldn't just be a smack around. Now they're going off the balcony.
You could at least try out if you get lying, Josh. It's okay.
No,
Hey.
I would absolutely, like, if they tried to like civil suit, right? Because I beat them up over their kid taking a shit on my floor. Yeah, I would
No.
return.
You can't beat a parent up because their kid shit on your floor.
If the kid did it in a form that I'm saying is trying to be offensive, like, oh, well, you know, here's Mr. Jones, I'm going to go shit on his floor, right?
How come they don't hold the
Like
parents
if the
accountable
kid
when their
maintained
13-year-old
eye contact while he
Getting
was doing
caught
it.
up in the minutia of the action, and I'm trying to tell you, the concept of what would be offensive should and is reacted to violently, and this is normal in our society. It doesn't happen all the time. It happens just enough that those civil, like what we consider to be polite, are actually standards in some form in our society. It might be in decline, but there's some forms of it. It has
Josh,
always been that way.
I have watched those trials where one child kills another child. We're talking 13 to 16. And you see both of the mothers at the court, the one that her son took the life and the one that her son's life was taken. And there's some times when the anger will overtake them, and guess what happens? They get thrown off the court by the police. You don't get to just attack parents, even if they took your son's life. So I don't think your kid shits on the ground. You have what do you call it? Immunity to beat the fucking parents.
Why would that be appealing to me?
But I'm just saying, you're saying that there are ways in society that are dwindling, but still remain where things like that.
Okay, let's try this. Let's
Justifiable,
see
I
if we
don't-
can make it more personal. Your mother, she's still alive, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Why are you gonna dox her too?
No. I'm trying to come up with like a situation you can.
You already
kind of
promised, so
understand.
we're good.
Would you? No, I'm trying to like get you to understand the point of being being
Yeah, I'm
offended by
listening.
something.
I'm
Okay. So your mother, right? Let's hypothetically say I walk up to her and just start calling her a bitch, or I don't know, any kind of words you can think of that would be offensive to her, right?
The N-word?
You just, well, she's not black. I don't understand why that would be offensive to her. I'm trying to think of something that might. I don't go around and trying to offend people, right? So I'm working here a little bit. Work with me, right? Whatever word would be offensive to your mother, would you not react? Would you not defend your mother?
Verbally. Yeah.
Gatito.
Okay, so you understand the point. The only difference is where that line is.
Well, it's the line ends at whoever hits first starts.
Oh, okay.
Next
I
level.
walk up to I walk up to your mom and call her a bitch. Are you going to defend her?
We're gonna like hurry and get away and be like, oh, that guy's creepy.
Oh, you're just gonna run away?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Way
Like
too
I care
passive.
what you think. We're gonna think you're weird.
I don't know. I don't know about women, right? But when it comes to men, not many men are gonna let that slide.
Most are.
So there's no real difference. It's not about the N-word. It's about the offense, right? It's you're doing something to be offensive to another person.
But they don't
I
usually say, most of them say, you want to say
I'd
that
laugh.
again? And then the other person's like, and then he just
If I was walking with my mother and somebody just randomly came up and started calling her a bitch, I would laugh my ass off.
Oh my God, you would. That person would go to the hospital. I guarantee you that one.
I don't give a shit. We're probably going to try to start walking away and get away from that person so my mother doesn't have to shoot him because she's she's strapped. My mom is strapped 24/7.
I've drawn my sidearm on a lady at Walmart over my mother. Like I said, I do not play with my mother.
I mean, that's federal charges. Felony charges right there, buddy.
somebody calls Josh mom a bitch, she's gonna be like, I
She
got
really-
your license plate number and I'm gonna dox you. Your life's over.
She didn't
Just
call
wait.
her she didn't call her a bitch. She said something. I forgot exactly what it was. And my mom was actually being a little weird on driving, but she's old, right? So she's her driving to be old, gonna be weird, right? Some lady at Walmart decided just going to approach her and comment on her driving and all kinds of weird shit. My mom turned around and freaked out. I just drew my sidearm on her.
Well, that's road rage. Road rage is actually a different level of escalated.
No road rage. They're actually inside of Walmart, right? That's it.
That's still road rage.
Okay.
If they were upset about what happened on the road and they stop and follow someone home or go to the gas
in the parking
and they
lot,
follow them, that's still a progressed.
Yeah,
I'd argue that what Josh did is road rage too.
If
him
she had
pulling
attacked
his
your
sidearm
mom,
is him road raging. Gatito.
well, no, I'm saying I think he's just fine and worrying that if someone's rushing up on you from the road, you got to be a little bit.
I'm not. I'm not a scary person, right? Like I don't walk around scared because a balloon pops, right? It's a lady going at my going at my mother and verbally saying shit to her, right? It's that simple. That's why I drew it. Not because she walked up all of a sudden kind of thing, right? No justification here. None of that bullshit. Just you walked up, or somebody, or this lady walked up on my mother, quite verbally accosting her, right? I still can't actually remember what was said. It was enough to say that I'm not going to tolerate it.
Of course.
So what do you mean? Of course.
Someone's like trying to run you off the road because they're trying to get you to stop.
Nobody ran
whatever you
anybody
have to
off the
do
road.
is like high speed.
It wasn't that bad.
They won't hurt you.
It wasn't
None of that
bad. It
happened.
also
Someone
wasn't-
just
about
came
you,
up and
Josh.
talked shit to his mom, so he drew his
I'm not talking
sidearm like
about
a
that
psycho.
story. I'm not. I know. I'm moving on from that story, but I'm just saying that's the advice that the highway patrol will give you. They're like trying to get you to pull over because they're angry. They'll almost always be violent or kill you. So you got to
all three of
outrun
the
them.
examples that I've given, going off of what most people would react to in one way or another, right? You have basically gone around to look for ways to accommodate being accosted by another person. By definition, you have nothing to stand up in with society. You're just going to get run over by whoever in society.
By the B word.
By words?
You're just gonna
I don't
continuously
care.
get run over by words.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it's kind
I
of
don't
weird
care.
that
If
somebody
somebody
wouldn't.
puts their hands on me or even spits on me, that's assault. Now we're on a whole different level. That's so. I'm not going. I'm not going to be the first one to initiate that phase.
Yeah, you're just going to comply with laws. So as
No,
long
I'm
as
gonna be
laws match your morals, you're okay.
Yeah.
What happens when laws don't or violate your morals?
Oh, sorry, I muted too. I was just trying to. Well, then I'll move. I guess I don't know, or try to vote them differently.
Okay, so your morality is, or your virtues, your standards in society are based off of whatever the laws are. You're just somebody's going to dictate laws to you, and that's the thing that you.
Well, the way I look at it isn't so much that I'm like bowing down to the powers that be. It's more so that not everybody's getting away with this. So, like, if I say, for instance, I'm always stealing, and like I know everybody else can't steal or whatever, or like if we all do it, then everything's gonna fall apart. Then I feel like a social obligation to like be a team player.
So your feelings dictate what you're. Well, I mean, I guess technically, yeah, that'd be reactionary. I'm just trying to.
It's like code of ethics, like what I believe is like would be unfair. Not so much like I said, like some kind of like a deity, but like my fellow man, like people around me, people that are or affected by my decisions.
Damn. I mean, I sort of understand it. I just don't. There's nothing to relate to it, right? It's just basically a person that goes through life and just is. Which, I mean, technically probably true for most women. Because it's not women that basically enforce society. So I'm kind of probably the truth with women. But us men really don't operate that way. Now, we're all not going to
They're the ones that make that structure that women follow. What do you mean?
I guess it's one way to look at it. I guess I'm just trying to figure out why you can't comprehend the system. Because it's there. I'm not telling you what ought to be. I'm telling you what is.
Because I don't think that I'm like getting some kind of a special advantage where I get to break all the rules, but nobody else does. Because if they did what I was doing, then we wouldn't have doors to build from, and we wouldn't have,
people
cars.
People break rules all the damn time. People get thrown in jail all the time. People go to prison all the time. I would actually argue there's a lot of very moral people in prison. Figure that one out. Prisoners tend to actually take care of the bullshit in society that we won't tolerate, right? Like, we're not going around beating the living crap out of sex offenders, right? But you send them to prison and they'll take care of our trash really well. And we're all secretly thankful that they do it, right? But then we also want to shit on prisoners saying, oh, well, they're all just dishonorable people. Yet they do the thing we're unwilling to do.
I don't think anybody thinks they're all dishonorable. I think the ones that are the most innocent are the ones that are like an accomplice to a murder. Like, say they're in the car and they're driving.
I have a different perspective.
But I think that
I'd rather people be able to say offensive shit.
I do too. I don't think you should get near the freedom of speech. What I'm saying is the people that are like, say, in the car and drive by and they get charged with the first degree.
I don't care when people are rude to me.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people that go to prison for life for like being a ride along. I'm saying those are the only people I don't think are mostly there by their choices, unless they were wrongfully convicted.
Yeah, like the kind of people get super
most
angry.
People made choices to go to prison, Josh. I mean, it's not saying they're not honorable or good people. It's just saying they made a mistake that they knew some degree or another they were like betting, like gambling to see if they could get away with it for. But it's not like they were completely naive and like, oh my gosh, I broke the law. Like, come on.
The kind of people that get super angry and emotional over words are the kind of people that should be behind bars.
Well, Josh doesn't get upset over words, but he thinks other people should. That's why I don't get it. Because the outcome was when you get upset over words is not good on your. It's not good odds for you.
When it was his mom, he did.
Yeah, let me reiterate this again, right? Like,
we need some footage.
It's not the concept of the word, right? Language means jack shit, right? It's being offensive toward people.
I'll be right back. Okay,
comes with some very nasty consequences in society that we actually live by these unspoken rules. Well, most of us do, right? Yet, for some odd reason, people are slowly inching their way, pushing those boundaries, right? So if today is the case that, oh, well, fuck it, right? Nobody's going to stand up for, say, the N-word, right? Like, I should just be able to willy-nilly throw this word around. Where do you draw the line then? Can I go up and say anything willy-nilly I want to your mom and dad?
Yes.
You have to have some, wow.
Yep.
Yeah. So you don't have a society. You don't have a civil
Not
society.
based on words. The civility is that you don't get to hit people for words.
What is politeness then?
I don't need politeness.
But that's what civility is. Formal politeness.
Nah, you admitted civility is the threat of force.
Well, no, I said what.
It's all about what we're going to use the force to enforce. And politeness would not be on my list. Fuck politeness.
I'll say it
politeness has kept us ignorant children. We need to be far less polite with one another. It's something we need to throw away. I'm done with politeness. I'm done coddling human beings and their behavior.
Well, I mean, I guess depending on what form. So it's definitely a subjective thing, right? So politeness, what is polite in one country is probably like either no meaning or even offensive. Like in Japanese culture, bowing is a form of respect. You bow to me, I'm kind of probably going to get a little offended by it because it kind of creeps me out a little bit. Suggs, I think your old lady's home or somebody's home. Or nope, they're leaving. Never mind. You're home alone. Party time. Bring out the beer. Oh, wait. Is she gone already? Oh, I can't
It's
get
when
her.
the cat's away, though, and Gatito is still there.
Hey, I'm
Hookers.
right.
Turn the speakers up real loud, Suggs. Turn up the speakers real loud. Did you call the hookers yet? Are they coming over, Suggs?
No.
Now that he kicked all the family members out of the house. Hear their shit on the lawn. He had some. Yeah,
Don't
like
let-
discipline today.
This is why I don't allow my wife near the computer, right? Because I know somebody will say some shit, get me in trouble real fast. My lady whooped my ass.
I'm surprised you're alive still. I think she would have taken you out by now. Pretty.
She doesn't speak English.
Believe it or
I'm just
not.
playing. I'm kidding.
So Suggs, tell me about those. Tell me about those hookers.
Hey guys, I'm gonna
Good
switch
Bryce?
over so I can be on my headphones.
Blue Jay, wait. I
Oh.
gotta ask Suggs these questions, right? So,
So I'm gonna keep the live going, but I'm gonna drop out of the studio so I can come back on in this. So if you see me
okay.
drop down, that's why.
Suggs, was it an expensive hooker? Was she cheap?
No, I don't got any, man.
What do you mean? You,
I don't
you
have
haven't-
any, man.
You haven't gotten her yet? Like, is it later tonight? When is this scheduled for?
No time soon, man.
Oh, okay. It's not gonna be in the next hour.
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Are your speakers up?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, you're a smart man. You're a smart man. I will give you that.
Yeah, I keep the volume kind of low.
I did this to my friend in New York City the other day. He was messing around in Discord, right? But he's doing a live feed, and he somehow got his stuff like plugged into his stereo, right? So it's playing loudly in his car because he has to get in and out of his car a lot, right? And I am saying the most offensive shit I can, right? And everybody's looking at him. He's like, "You motherfucker!" I was like, "Hey, you're the idiot that turned me up, right? Of course I'm gonna play games, right?" It wasn't like crazy offensive, right? Just enough to get some weird looks.
And then somebody drew a sidearm on him.
It would have been funny. Oh my God, it would have been funny. I would have been apologizing through the radio. It would have been hilarious.
So we should get rid of politeness. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, politeness, like for the sake of being polite.
What?
It's artificial. It's superficial. Like there's a difference between being respectful and being polite.
Okay, maybe this is a definitional problem then. So would politeness, well, I would agree, probably artificial, right? Because it's usually like formal, what they call like formal politeness. So maybe, I don't know, like in the South, we say sir and ma'am a lot. Like a lot, probably excessively. I would say it's even artificial because it's kind of like repetitive, and thus it's not like you actually mean the thing.
It's
just
used
a
as an
habit.
insult in the South, you know? That's how bad it's gotten.
Wait,
Sir.
what?
Sir. 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 Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am. You know, like that we're so phony as a society. We're constantly gaslighting each other. And then so when a person will talk down to you that way, sir, 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 and then tell you how polite and respectful they're being to you at the same time, when we both know they're being deliberately condescending.
Oh yeah, I agree. Like that whole like I've been
Like
there.
the phrase "bless your heart," it really means "fuck you, asshole."
It does. It's I've heard it used in that tone several times. Yeah.
So I'm all for a kind society where we actually feel kind toward one another, but
okay,
this politeness where we say "sir," "ma'am," and "bless your heart," but we really mean "go fuck yourself" around the corner. That's what I'm talking about. Please,
Yeah.
miss me with that shit.
It's just a specific expressions of politeness that you take issue with. I got it. Like I got it.
Nobody's actually trying to be kind. I lived in a small country town where people actually said good morning to each other and meant it. But that's not what we're talking about when we say politeness, right?
I mean, I guess it's one way. Like usually, good morning was kind of like it used to be a formal politeness. I don't know what's formal anymore, right?
But I'm saying you say good morning because you know the guy and you recognize him, not just to be polite. Because you actually want him to have a good morning. How about that? That's what I'm talking about. When you say good morning, it's because when you see a fellow human being, you're like, you know what? I'm in such a good mood. It's such a sunshiny day. I want you to have a good morning, sir.
Yeah, see, I don't know. See, to just do it to just the people you know doesn't really, I mean, I guess that's not much effort, right?
It doesn't have to be the people you know if you mean it.
Well, that's, yeah, the meaning part, right? Like, I get the concept of
Am I loud like that?
I don't
No,
like
you're fine.
I don't like the arbitrary line of like between the people you know and the people you don't.
Meaning it and not meaning it.
Oh, okay.
So forget about people you know and people you don't know. It's about saying it because you're expected to, and it's a filler, or saying it because you genuinely want your fellow man to have a good day.
Yeah, I'm fine with that line, right? The problem then is, well, what defines formal politeness?
I think I just did.
That you have to mean it?
Yeah, don't say shit you don't mean for superficial reasons.
What is the difference between I don't know, an average shindig at your local honky tonk versus a formal prom? Like one dance versus another, right? One is like ballroom dancing. I guess they call that formal dancing, right? Versus, I don't know, nightclub dancing. What's the difference there?
Well, here's what I'll say. I'm all for people having polite clubs where they go and they act polite just to be polite. It shouldn't be outlawed or completely depreciated. I just wouldn't advocate it for a regular course of society of how people interact. So if you want to have social clubs where you go and you dress a certain way and you talk a certain way and et cetera, sure. Let's you can have polite dances where people go and they say sir and ma'am and bless your heart. And
I'm confused on the formal politeness, right? Like that's what civility is being defined as, is the formal politeness. So the formal, right? That's the word I'm stuck on. It usually would have some kind of implication of like tradition, like a repetitive thing, like saying sir and ma'am, or because it's just traditional. It's been for, a long time period, right? Versus, say, ballroom dances. That's a formal dance versus going to the nightclub and, I don't know, twerking on somebody, right? They're both dancing, right? But one is considered formal, like traditional, right? It's got a history, I guess, behind it, a tradition kind of thing. So I'm trying to understand, in the context of politeness, what would the formal part be?
Didn't I just answer that?
Yeah, but the defining difference between meaning it and not meaning it would don't say any of the formal stuff unless you absolutely mean it.
No, you can have formal dances. You can have polite dances. You can have a polite club. You can have the polite society of America.
What would be the polite speech? Like having a room where just people sit around and gaslight each other like that way?
Yeah, all your polite traditions that you think are so damn important. You can have your children there and teach them how to act polite, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, how do you feel about traditions?
Mostly a waste of time.
Oh, shit. Ouch. Okay. What is a culture if it doesn't have... How do you identify a culture that doesn't have...
I made that it's cute, huh? I'm trying to tell you guys, like, you have to, but I'm just going to start putting that up there because, but yeah. Sorry,
How
I
do
would
you?
switch over to my headphones and then my iPad.
Yeah, cool. Just give us like three or four more minutes. I don't think we'll be very long.
No, I'm
How
not
do you?
ending it.
How do you define?
I just wanted to be able to get up from my laptop. So yeah, no, that's like no, you're
Got
good,
it.
friend. I'm not.
Right.
Yeah.
How do you define or identify a tradition or a culture without a tradition?
Well, you can have convention, and you can have principle without having tradition. Tradition is just convention and principle for tradition's sake, just for the sake of for perpetuating what's been done in the past, and I don't believe in that. There's some value to it. Again, you should have your traditional societies, and we'll just like we have like Oprah has a book club. We have you guys have a space where you can all talk about your traditions and how great they are, and you can sit in a circle and talk about the good old days while the rest of society moves forward.
Right, I got it. So, would your prescription be basically more inclusion? I guess meaning like so your traditional group of people, right? Like they have their safe space over here, and then your, let's say, progressives over here that say fuck tradition, right? We just want to willy-nilly go, whatever direction we want at that given time. Their space is over here, and that there's this like nothing in between, right? They're both allowed to do as they wish.
Yeah, I'd say that's better than the alternative.
Shit. Are you has anybody ever like damn, I like you too much to actually ask that fucking question. I'm trying to find a nice way of do you identify with like a like as a progressive politically or socially?
I don't really fit in a box.
Yeah, I guess that's like, yeah, that's why I'm trying to. Damn.
But I feel the same way about change for change's sake. You see, I'm consistent.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Like, I mean,
the progressives are into change for change's sake too. They don't care about whether or not it's going to make shit better. They don't care about the results. They don't care about what they're taking away or destroying or changing. They don't concern themselves with the outcome of, or the source of tradition, I should say.
I see now, God, I hate you for making me do this. You're a fucking asshole because I hate progressives and I want them to die. But I've also got to be a little bit more honest and a lot more charitable with, their reasoning behind their actions, right? At the very least, they don't want change for the sake of change. They want change for the sake of, at the very least, I want something, right? So they believe that change will result in the thing they want.
There's the opposite of ortho boys. There's people who want change and chaos just for change and chaos.
You mean like anarchists?
No, and I borderline on favoring chaos because I reject the current system.
Well,
so
yeah,
just like the creative destructiveness is probably in our best interest, better than trying to maintain the status quo, in my opinion. If our institutions weren't rotten from the inside out, I'd be far more conservative. I wouldn't be the same person. I would change all my views and ideas, and I'd be far more of a traditionalist if we had some traditions that were worth upholding at this point.
Okay, you guys. I'm gonna pull up a. Oh wait, let's see. Where's the? Oh.
Yeah, Dennis.
On my iPad. Let me see how to present.
Yeah, I don't know what she's doing, but you and I were definitely going to have this conversation again. Suggs, you are definitely coming along too, right?
Yeah, I'll be here.
We're Denizen, we're definitely going to have this conversation. Now, this is a good conversation. I'm confused as all holy hell, but it's a damn good conversation.
Yeah, I'm down whenever because you're you're not a coward about your views, but you're still also not an asshole about it either. So, you know, I'm always down to have a conversation with you, Josh.
Yeah, but your position is, I don't know if I've heard it before, so it's at the very least new. If I've probably not identified it yet, but it's got some weird quirks to it that I don't think I understand. So I kind of want to dig at it.
Yeah, I don't pick and choose from like what's available. And
Okay.
I
I'm gonna play that video
I
on
come
my
to
laptop.
I come to the conclusions on my own. And so what happens is a lot of times when people are trying to peg me down, they find that I come to some of the same conclusions that many people throughout history have come to. So they're like, "Oh, there he is right there." And they try to fill in the rest of it with that example, and that's not going to work. Because I'm actually doing it myself, and any similarities to anyone else's positions are purely coincidental.
Is it like a weigh-in of the pros and cons when I guess the subject matter kind of presents itself? Is that how
yes, with a respect for pragmatism and from an optimistic perspective. Most people don't. Yeah, most people don't know, but they try to claim I'm a pessimist, but that's because they're not paying attention.
Yeah, I'm not an optimistic person at all. I naturally gravitate toward the default position of pessimism. I'm actually a very cynical person. I'm way past skeptics, right? And just gone straight into cynicism.
Yeah, and that people think that about me because I'm critical of things, you know? But actually, I'm an optimist.
Oh no, I don't know what that is.
I guess you would.
That Discord. What the hell?
I guess you would have to be.
Okay, well, whatever that was. All right, here. Josh, is that you stalking me? I know you're all in the Discord.
Yeah, that's me and that's me and well, I'm stalking Denizen right now.
Hey, I'm gonna close this. I guess I don't know what to do.
Oh, them some nice leggings you got there.
This okay, this is weird. Who opened this? This is not even mine, actually. That's why I'm especially need to get it down to my son.
Blue Jay, what were you trying to show off?
Blue Jay's
my
hottie.
son's Discord. No, he's a gamer, but I don't need it like his stuff out. But it's probably not even what he uses anymore. I think I accidentally hit the Discord icon at the bottom when I was trying to make the screen bigger. So it like loaded up my son's thing. But hang on, okay. I'm gonna play this though.
Stream Idealist.
No, it's it's the Unabomber thing. I don't know why.
Technology is making our lives mundane, unfulfilling, and unnatural. Our spiritual and psychological health is in the gutter thanks to big tech and industrialized society. Our planet is equally doomed. These issues do not know left or right, conservative or liberal. The problems brought upon us by technology will only get worse. So let's just blow it all up. It's time to start over. That was the philosophy of the Unabomber, Ted Kaczynski. To ignite a revolution, Ted anonymously mailed bombs to people he saw as critical in continuing industrial growth, including advertising executives, timber industry lobbyists, and computer scientists. Ted wrote an entire manifesto as he was carrying out these bombings, which features predictions and analysis of humanity's future. Today, a lot of these predictions have proven to be eerily accurate. Ted was not just some crazy person either. Throughout his life, he displayed genius-level intellect time and time again. So let's talk about how and why Ted Kaczynski wanted to destroy the world. Throughout his whole life, Ted Kaczynski was incredibly intelligent. He skipped the 6th and 11th grades. He graduated high school at age 15 and began college at Harvard at 16. At 20, he graduated with a bachelor's in economics. But this is kind of when Ted's life started to fall apart. At Harvard, Ted participated in a study about mind control techniques. You see, in this study, participants were told they would write personal essays about their aspiration and dreams and then debate philosophy with other students. But in reality, the essays were given to an anonymous person who would use them to verbally abuse their respective authors. The students' brains were monitored as
Okay, one sec. I have one question, Josh. So, how could he go to Harvard?
He dropped out of high school and attended night school. It's believed it was for economical reasons.
Oh, because his family like kicked him out or something. I believe he's
rumored it.
from. I think they're like Polish. I know they're like Eastern European. I don't, obviously, even his last name kind of obvious,
Yeah,
but I don't think they. I think they
if
were
I gave a reason, it'd just
relatively.
be, yeah.
Huh?
If I gave a reason, it'd just be speculation. He dropped out of high school, believing for it would naturally conclude for economical reasons because he went to work, and then while he was working during the day, he actually attended night school. That's how he got his graduation. That's how he graduated.
Oh, like a GED kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah, but except for it was through a legitimate high school diploma. He didn't actually graduate with a GED. He literally graduated with a high school diploma. I don't know how that works. I'm unfamiliar with the program, but it was.
They give you like packets. I had friends do that.
Yeah, I don't know much about the curriculum that was done. Like night school, different thing, right? No familiarity with it.
Okay. I was just curious. Okay, well, I'm going to start playing it again. So I wanted to get on my.
There were problems in high school.
What do you mean? Oh, with his family? Oh, yeah. Because I think he said something sadistic. Remember in that other one, they said he said
not
something
only with his family, but with other students.
Oh, right. Because they said they were older than him and he like didn't really get along with them. Yeah, I remember that.
Could be that's one claim to it. I don't know how, I don't know ultimately what's true or not, right? But there would have been different factors, I believe, that would have led to it. He was kind of a social outcast even in high school. It's middle school we had no information about whatsoever.
Okay.
So when you skip the grades, each one of those grades is an upward adjustment.
You're roboting.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was mine because I kept switching and my internet was slow. But yeah, you're just like choppy for a second, Denison.
Yeah, you're roboting.
Is it still messed up?
It's a little bit. I'll play this for a minute and then we'll see. Maybe it's just like buffering or something. But
how about now?
Say something else.
Better. Try it now. Say it again.
Hello.
Yep.
It's coming back in.
Okay, repeat.
Getting better.
What if I say a whole sentence?
No.
It's just got kind of a static to it.
Oh, static.
Maybe drop down and come back up. Or do I have to let you back up if you drop down?
Yeah, turn the porn off. That'll fix your bandwidth. Suggs has got a hooker over at his house.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep playing it though.
Once a week, they received intensely personal verbal attacks about their hopes and dreams. This experiment lasted 3 years. Ted later said it had no impact on the trajectory of his life. Given his intelligence, I could be inclined to believe him, but who really knows? In 1966, Kaczynski was having fantasies about becoming a woman and decided to undergo a gender transition. Ted made an appointment to discuss this idea with a psychiatrist, but changed his mind.
Okay, I don't know that this seems legitimate.
What?
Do you think he really was trying to have a gender reassignment surgery in the 60s? This might be like a troll.
Well, you can never know nowadays because now they're trying to trans everybody in history.
Well, what they just said, I'm kind of thinking maybe, let me see. Let me take it down for a moment and try to, I don't know if I trust this video very much. Let's see. Yeah, no, that sounds like a lie. Okay. Exactly. Like you said, they're probably just trying to be like, oh, look, even that's he's a genius.
So they're going back now and saying everybody was gay or trans.
Right. I see what you're saying. Okay.
And I don't know if that's because so many more people are gay and trans and they just weren't allowed to be themselves before because society was so oppressive, or if it's everybody trying to normalize it. I really don't know.
That's what I think. Yeah, I think that's probably more more what it is. I mean, okay, let's see. Let me play. I'm gonna start this one. It's like an old news clip too, I think. But it's a news station. That's probably better for copyrights, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just didn't really trust that one anyway. It looks kind of like sketchy with the whole. If he didn't say that in the documentary, which I don't recall him saying that, then I'm not gonna believe that.
Since 1978, 14 bombings have occurred across our nation.
Oh, hey, Smitty, what's up? Thank
They
you
have
so much for
targeted
coming.
professors and
Let me pause
individuals
this real quick.
associated with airlines or aircraft.
That's awesome. I remember seeing you in CT stream like forever ago. Yeah, if you want to call in, you're welcome to. Otherwise, appreciate you being here.
In 17 years, he's killed 3 people with his homemade mail bombs and left many others horribly maimed.
Thus, we have developed the code name Unabomb to refer to the bomber, and Unabomb to refer to the investigation.
The threat came by letter to the San Francisco Chronicle, warning that a bomb would be put in an airliner out of Los Angeles within the next 6 days.
Further examination has confirmed that this letter originates from the Unabomber subject.
Hey, sorry, I just gotta say one thing real quick. I'm gonna leave this live going on my laptop, since it's the only way I can play videos. But I'm gonna be like listening on my iPad and my headphones, so I can walk downstairs. So if we need to pause it, I will. It'll just take me a second to get back upstairs. But otherwise, I'm just gonna let it play out for a few minutes.
People around town were surprised to hear about the Unabomber suspect living in their small rural community.
There's other people I would have thought were, if they're going to pick somebody in Lincoln, Montana, I'd have thought not him.
In Lincoln, Kaczynski didn't stand out.
We have people in Lincoln with long beards and long hair and all that kind of stuff, and so it wasn't necessary that he'd fit in. It was just that we have those kinds of people up here, and that's fine.
Some are looking at the attention in a positive light, but hope it's short-lived.
It's been 25 years since this tiny Montana town became the most famous place in America. Very few events in history require just a one-word description, but say Unabomber, and most can tell you exactly where they were when they learned that one of the longest manhunts in FBI history had come to an end. Ted Kaczynski went from a former unknown college professor to a household name, one known more and more to generations now through documentaries and original series. But you likely haven't heard this version, how the biggest story in the world came to MTN's doorstep, putting our journalists shoulder to shoulder with every major network in America, and how one family connection discovered years later.
Somebody asleep? I think someone's snoring. What's going on? Hey, who's asleep? Lionel, are you there? Are you asleep?
No, I'm here.
Is somebody sleeping?
Did you guys hear that heavy breathing?
No.
I heard it. I thought somebody was watching porn.
Smitty,
I'm sorry,
did you
what?
hear it? No, it sounded like snoring.
Oh, wasn't me. I was muted.
Okay. I had to come back upstairs. What
See,
was that,
Smitty thought the
Smitty?
same thing.
I told you Suggs had a hooker over at his house.
You guys, don't defile my channel.
Well, no, they did. Oh, okay, so to let you on the back joke, right? His camera
Just
was
to
on.
walk away from the laptop doesn't mean I'm not hearing it all on the iPad.
Well, okay, so then you missed the inside joke then, because Suggs had some woman was coming through the door on the back of his camera, right? And so I instantly started asking about hookers and how much they cost in that area, that kind of thing, right?
So
It was
who's
designed
making
to.
sound effects?
Well, it was designed to get him in trouble.
Oh, that was you?
Well, yeah, that's
It
why.
sounded
the hookers come.
like a Bigfoot or something. It didn't sound like
What is?
anything.
Wait, what does Bigfoot sound like?
Like breathing heavy, like kind of half growling, like prancing through the forest. It
Blue
sounded
Jay,
like
that sounded like something different.
I didn't hear it up close because I was still hearing it from my iPad upstairs my laptop while I was trying to get my iPad hooked up. So it wasn't like, but yeah, please don't do anything like that. Especially if you think I walk by that for, because like I am still here, but I can't play a video on my iPad, so I have to leave it like this, and I'm just listening to it on another device so I can like walk around for a minute. But yeah, I don't know who did that, but please don't. Yeah. Smitty called out whoever it was.
I was
Y'all
muted.
getting away with shit. Okay. Ready?
Later brought us back here to tell you the truth about one of Lincoln's local heroes.
You're entering hallowed ground here, Casey. This is it. There's the old desk. I would saunter in, yeah, just like that.
And this is the exact desk.
That is the desk.
Let's just start with when you started here at KXLF.
Which time? I interned here in college in 1974. I was just telling you about working here in the summer. I originally wanted to go into production, but the news director came and said, we got two interns. One of them's going to the news department, so you come with me.
The purpose of this display is to see if the use of energy can be controlled by switches.
I went and became the Capitol Bureau Chief for Color 8. Believe it or not, Color 8's office and the MTN office, we shared an office. And so they cherry-picked me and hired me away when they had an opening, and that's when I moved to MTN in 1983. So you do the math. I wonder where they got these old photos.
Jay Cohn is a Montana television legend. You can split his 40-year career into two parts. For the first 20, he was a jack of all trades, sports director, news director, Capitol Bureau Chief, all between Helena and Butte.
So far, so good, Julie.
Then in 1998, he became the face of KTVQ in Billings.
In Washington with our chief photographer, Paul Humphrey, I'm Jay Cohn.
Anchoring thousands of broadcasts until his semi-retirement and transition to anchor emeritus 2.5 years ago. He's never short on stories, but there's one that stands above the rest.
A convoy of law enforcement officers haul fugitive Freeman to jail cells in Billings.
On March 25th, 1996, after the FBI captured Montana Freeman leader Leroy Schweitzer, 10 of his fellow militiamen barricaded themselves in a compound on a ranch just outside Jordan, Montana, beginning an 81-day standoff with federal agents. The FBI, coming off two similar incidents the previous 2 years in Ruby Ridge, Idaho, and Waco, Texas, that resulted in 83 deaths, were reluctant to treat this situation with the same force.
They call themselves the, quote, Freemen. They don't obey laws.
That created a made-for-TV atmosphere that brought every national news outlet to the Treasure State.
Hundreds of federal peace officers and police are laying siege to a heavily armed compound in Montana.
KXLF here in Butte had the uplink for CBS. So the network had called and said, we want to make sure there's an engineer there. The uplink is operating. We want to reserve it for tomorrow. And that was the only thing I could think why CBS would be interested that day.
Okay. So I'm in there twice. Probably echoing. Let me take. Sorry, I just walk away, but okay, is that better?
Yeah.
It's not echoing.
Not really.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't hear it.
I'm switching over to my iPad anyway, so I just had to turn off that video. Seemed kind of boring, but so anyway, honestly, but yeah, we could just kind of talk about the concept though. I mean, as far as like, do you want me to pull up there's a book about the Industrial Society, and this one real quick. But anyway, so I don't know if